H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. You're at the Top Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it's what? Women Rock Wednesday, my favorite day of the week. And let's shout out to our women today. Our starting five. Let's get our starting five out the way first, and then we'll just talk about all the women. Do me a favor. Let's share the show right now. There's Women Rock Wednesday. It's a special share. Let's share the show for Women Rock Wednesday right now. Who we got? Kim Jackson, Sonia Billingsley, Mindy Collins, Anissa Bill, Brandon Nicholson, the women in the house. Then we got the sixth woman of the day, Yolanda Green. Let me call out all my girls. Hold on, let me keep going. Let me keep going. I think I saw somebody else. Candace Williams is in the building. Oh, hold on, let me keep. Naisha Phillips is in the building. Let me keep going. Shanquetta Pels is in the building. Hold up, y'all. Dale Grigg is in the building. Y'all see how happy. Akila, oh my God, Akila is in the building. Let me tell y'all something. Yeah, this is my favorite day. And I just love to see. Let me see if is anybody else popping up. But what's up, everybody? It's the Astros didn't do too well last night, but that's all right. It's one game. One game. I know a few of y'all gonna talk about that. We got a few other things. We're gonna get to that when Jimmy get in here. But it's Women Rock Wednesday. I gotta share a couple of things with y'all. Uh, uh, um, Let me see. I got a couple of things. I'm trying to see where I want to go. Since it's Women Rock Wednesday, should I go there? No, Jimmy gonna want to talk about that. He gonna want to talk about it, so I'm not gonna go there. What I'm gonna do is somebody asked me the other day, what do you want to be for Halloween? You know what I told him? I just want to be okay. There's some crazy stuff happening in this world, in Washington, D.C., all over the world, and I hope y'all becoming abreast of it. I know I haven't been hitting y'all on a lot of stuff lately because of, the time restraints, but man, it's crazy out here, man. This voting rights act, it's just so much stuff going on. We had this morning. I hope everybody's fine because they said a tornado touchdown this morning somewhere. Share the show, man. It's not enough people on the show. Share the show right now. I got to show you this tornado that hit in Houston. So we might have some people dealing with that. I haven't even shared the show. Let me share the show. Let's do it. Everybody, let's do it at the same time. Hold on. Let me do it. Let's everybody do it at the same time. You know I can't do two things at once. How do I share the show, Robert? Okay, there it is. shared. Robert Hatter has done it. Let's do it, everybody. Yes, y'all. This is going on in our city, so we might have some people that that's not. Yeah, that's, you know, I'm gonna make sure y'all update some stuff. I think that was, they said it was over on Airline near Airway Drive. I guess that's near the airport since it's Airline. I'm not sure. Kevin Freitman said they went on lockdown this morning. I think he's out that way. You know, and I'm so thankful to report that no one was seriously injured. But I want to share with y'all on this day in history, the Anti-Drug Abuse Act in 1986 established a 100 to 1 sentencing disparity between crack and powder cocaine. The discrepancy remains despite repeated recommendations by the United States Sentencing Commission to Congress to consider these penalties. See, y'all, we got people, you know, I keep telling y'all, that's why I took y'all back and let y'all learn about Adam Clayton Powell, who passed 65 bills, 50 bills in 5 years, and some of these people can't get one bill passed. You know, and we just got to get the right ones in there, y'all. Politics works, but a lot of them people, when they get up there, they change their mind on y'all. So we got to make sure we get the right people in place. And y'all, I was thinking about something. This young man, y'all know I love Lewis Hamilton. I went to the F1 races for the first time. Blew me away this weekend. I know y'all was thinking I was just having fun, but I was down there on business. Got a big project that I'm trying to do with F1, but you know you got to be smart enough to don't tell everybody. I can't tell it over the airways. You can't tell everybody what you're doing, because everybody ain't happy with what you're doing. So, you know, so you can't tell, but I'm working on something. I'm just not going down there to watch a race. I love Lewis Hamilton, but I was thinking about him. I was, somebody was saying that they were too young to understand in 2008. They were too young to understand racism fully, but they remember feeling upset when the people who mocked Lewis for who he was, Lewis Hamilton, Lewis can't imagine how lonely he must felt. Somebody sent me, I wish we were there more for you at the beginning of your career. It was talking about Lewis Hamilton. And what's so unique about it? And yes, I know y'all just, you know, think I was just, you know, going down there. No, it's something important, and it's got something to do. It go always. This young man is just a remarkable young man. I'm getting broke up about this. Wall Street Journal tabbed him as the 2021 Sports Innovator. Okay, Wall Street Journal. He a 7-time world champion, Lewis Hamilton. Just listen to me. This wasn't no regular guy I was just going up there to see this weekend. I got there, yeah, go Braves. Yeah, Matt. He's a champion, 7-time world champion. Okay, that's like 7-time NBA champ, 7-time Super Bowl champ, 7-time F1 world champion. Okay, just bringing it to you. He's a singer, accomplished singer. He's a fashion designer, environmentalist, Black Lives Matter advocate, actor, guitarist. Regardless of whatever you think about, he's the best driver or not, you cannot deny that arguably he's one of the most impressive persons the sport has ever seen. Let me show you, let me give you some little snippets of who this guy is. I know y'all just, I had that 44 hat. Y'all say, oh, he just got a 44 hat. Somebody came talking about, Robert, don't wear that in Houston on some side of town, talking about 44. No, I'm talking about that Mercedes emblem. 44 is his number. Let me share something with y'all about this young man, Lewis Hamilton. I'm trying to make sure I find it. Check this out. Not that one. I want the second one. I just loaded. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all got to watch this.
It's sometimes hard to believe that it's possible. I love that we're working with schools now, creating a better pipeline for youngsters getting into our industry because it isn't diverse.
Come and take a look. This is Lewis Hamilton's car.
This is Lewis's car. Nobody touches this car.
Because only Lewis Hamilton gets to touch that wheel. No one else is allowed to touch it.
He's touching the wheel.
Well, you know, the reason that I'm able to touch that is because I'm Lewis.
Oh, you were that person. Oh my God. I met Lewis Hamilton.
Keep believing in yourself. That's the most important thing, because no one else is going to do it for you. If I can do it, then you can 100% do it, and anybody can do and achieve something great.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I was so compelled by this young man, Yolanda, when I first found out about him. Gayle King did an interview on him, Yolanda, and it just blew me away. And I've been following this guy ever since. I remember on the road to becoming the most dominant champion in F1 history, was filled of obstacles others in the nearly all-white sport couldn't understand. Now he's focused on the systemic roots of the problem and insisting on change. Formula One, listen to me, y'all, changed the rules after Lewis Hamilton. Ain't his Women Rock Wednesday? He wore a Breonna Taylor t-shirt on the winner's podium. They changed a lot of things since then, since I did that. Now, on the winner's podium, everybody on the world see the winners. So he's covered up his sponsors. He had, we got electricity over here, Nancy. He covered up his sponsors, y'all, to talk about Breonna Taylor. Before every F1 is one of the most undiverse places in the world, but before every race, the drivers kneel in honor of George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. This young black man who used to get treated bad on the track. Wall Street Journal just named him Innovative of the Year. I got to show you, it's long, but I'm going to show you bits and pieces of it because I want your kids. You got to be able to tell this story to your kids because your kids could be one of those that little boy said, I can't believe I met Lewis Hamilton. See, over here in America, he's not that big yet. Thank God Robert Hatter looked at a YouTube video one day. I looked at a YouTube video with Gayle King interviewing, fell in love with him, went and watched every video on YouTube on him. One of the most compelling young men, the kind of kid that I would want to be my son. I even chronicled, y'all, the story of his dad. He consulted Beyonce because of her transition when she had to let Matthew just be her dad instead of her manager. Beyonce went through a whole lot of stuff. You know, Matthew put her on the map. Matthew, all his savings and all his, went through everything to get Destiny's Child off the thing, right? So, but this young, and then he consulted Beyonce. How did you handle that? Because guess what? He had to do that to his dad. He said, Dad, man, I just want you to be my dad. I don't want to come talk business to Daddy all the time. I just don't want to come talk business with Dad. I want to just come hug my dad. Yes, you the one. He always get it that. Yes, you the one who built me. You worked 4 jobs to get me on this track. Yes, but now I don't need a manager. I need a dad. Mark, it's unbelievable. I got to show you this snippet because a lot of y'all just don't. I want y'all to understand the excitement I have for this young man and what he's doing for our future. I have these same ideas on what I want to do for the future of our kids. Check this out.
I always remember the first time we turned up to our local. We got out and we were the only people of color there. There was no other people of color there. Generally, when I put the helmet on and I get in the car, that's really where I felt like I came alive. When I first got in the go-kart, I had a smile on my face. First time I got in the Formula 1 car, ear-to-ear smile. And still, after all these years, they start the car up on Friday morning. I get this rush every time. And it's just the exhilaration, you know, the speed, the vibrations, the noise. I feel like I tap into a different part of my brain.
Lewis Hamilton is a 7-time champion of the world.
So when people were saying things or we were experiencing abuse, because even my dad did, he's like, we'll just beat you on track. And that's what we just kept doing.
He wins the British Grand Prix for an 8th time. Lewis Hamilton. Sir Lewis Hamilton's been night and day.
I'm gonna show some more parts of that, man, throughout the week or throughout the day. This is a remarkable young man. He looked around, Mate. It's Women Rock Wednesday. He looked around and said, "It's 40,000 jobs, Ivan Pettit, in this industry." See, let me tell you something. Your kid might not grow up to be a Lewis Hamilton. Your kid might not grow up to be a LeBron James. But your kid can be an engineer. That video I showed y'all earlier, I know some people just came on. Those were young, aspiring engineers. 2 of them black, 1 of them white. This man created the Mission 44. He put $27 million of his money, Yolanda Green, $27 million of his money, Kimberly Jackson, not corporate money, to make sure the schools be able to house a curriculum and made sure Mercedes and the rest of the F1 people just quit going to one school to recruit their engineers. These people make a lot of money. It's 40,000 of them in Formula One, ain't but 1% of them black. And crazy hiring practice. You know how it is. The reason I'm telling this story, what if one of your kids grow up to be great? He need to have an inspiration like this. Like LeBron James. Let me tell you, he can grow up and be an engineer. All he got to do is go to school. That's why I always keep telling y'all about education. Let him use the basketball to become an engineer or any other STEM or science job. And hold up. And Lewis Hamilton is not just steering these kids into NASCAR, in the Formula One. Any other math and scientists, any STEM industry in the world. This young man who y'all, I was there. 140,000 people in there. I think I didn't see that many people that look like Robert Hatter. Santini. I didn't see it. And these people are, it's like the F1, it's like the caviar. Y'all, they're going to have one next year, I think in the beginning of the next year in Miami. They're going to bring a new one. They're going to add one and bring Miami. Y'all should see the ticket prices in Miami. This is the creme de la creme. They're in Mexico next. Y'all, this is a whole industry, y'all. Thank God. I ain't gonna call his name, but I told you we got a guy that's on his feed right now. He's sitting up watching it the other day. He ain't never watched it before. So guess what? He gonna influence his kids. His son, his daughter might say, and he gonna tell him, baby, you might not be the one in the car because it ain't but 20 of them. Y'all, let me explain to y'all. I'm just going to give you a lesson. I told this on the golf course yesterday, and these guys on the golf course, they just said, man, I didn't know. Y'all look at, let me see, where did I do? When it had it, man, I had it, hold up. It was unique. I had all the, this is what Meg Thee Stallion was at, y'all. I'm gonna just call them off my head. They got y'all help me. It's 10 of them, but I'm gonna miss one. You got Mercedes, you got Red Bull, you got AlphaTauri, you have Aston Martin, you have Ferrari, you have Alfa Romeo. I'm gonna miss a few. I missed 10 of them, but it ain't. But so each of the 10 has 2 drivers. Lewis is one of the drivers for Mercedes. He grew up in McLaren. McLaren signed him at 13 years old in their apprenticeship program. At 18 or 19, they signed him for real and gave him a car. Everybody don't get it. We talking about it's 453 basketball players. It ain't but 20 of these guys. Let me repeat that. Chuck McGowan, thank you, Chuck. Ladies, mamas. There's other opportunities out here to be successful in life. Everybody can't be Shaq. All of us might not grow up to be that big. Thank you, Santini. Look at it. This Santini. This all I'm trying to get expose us to stuff that we never been exposed to. That's all. I know you want to talk about the Astros, but the Astros got let's get our kids. Let's put our kids in a position where they can sit in the front rows at the Astros games or behind the net. Go look behind the net at the Astros games. Find me one that look like Robert Hatter. Let's open up our kids so they can go and experience stuff like this. So they can become, y'all got to tell y'all this story so y'all can understand why this thing intrigues me so much. And I just wish, man, I promise y'all to steer my son in this direction. I'm sorry. He might have didn't want to. But for those of us who don't believe the hype around Formula One in America, let me share something to you. The U.S. Grand Prix in Austin averaged 1.23 million viewers this past weekend. Averaged. That's a 43% jump from 2019, which makes it the most watched U.S. Grand Prix in 10 years. On an NFL Sunday. Let me tell you what's so amazing about these cars. First of all, this car, did I show y'all the car? I got to show y'all the car. I don't know if y'all ever seen the car. I'd be scared to play some of this stuff because, it didn't come. I want to show y'all some of this stuff. Let me see, did I keep it? When I was at the race, I took a picture, a video of me. Let me just show you the car. Let me just show y'all this right quick. This is one of my vantage points I have. Oh, y'all look around. Ain't nobody for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just look around. But first of all, y'all, this little car. It's like 1,000 pieces to the car. Okay? And the engineers, Darrell Barnes, are obsessed over every little part within this car. Okay? And in the process they use and in what materials they use on the car. Because ultimately, the sum of the parts, and when they put them back together, when they do work, may take a half a second or a second off a lap of a race. Lewis Hamilton lost by a second this weekend to Max Verstappen. By 1 second. This could mean the difference of being in the winner's circle or not. Man, I use that kind of stuff as inspiration, y'all. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. We're gonna take a quick break, but we're going to get back. The show is running well. You know, I was up all last night making sure they redid the, reboot the what you call it, the internet system and the Wi-Fi and all of that last night, just to make sure the show is better today. And I hope we're not having any hiccups, but sometimes things happen. My heart go out to people who don't have. Thank you. It's a global sport. It's a global sport. Darryl Barnes. It's a unique sport. And Darryl Barnes, I didn't get in it for the sport. My take, all I did was watch. Somehow Gayle King and Lewis popped up. She was interviewing. And that interview was so interesting that it made me go look at other stuff on it. And then I said, okay. Then I started talking about him on the show. Then I said, whenever I get a chance. But guess what happened? I was going to plan to go overseas and go. But guess what? They had the lockdown. I wasn't going overseas to do nothing. So I said, boy, when they come to America's soil, I'm going to be there. And they came to America's soil. I shot up to Austin, and I was there. And I would love to go to Miami. Let me tell you something. Hey, D, let me show you how crazy this stuff is, D. In Miami right now, you go to the website. Y'all, you know I got to share this with y'all, man. I got to share this with y'all. I got to talk to y'all. That's why I tell us we got to get our weight up. We got to get our weight up so we can just do this. We can just do this as a group of us, and it won't hurt none of us. The prices for the Miami Grand Prix, it got called a 3-day package. And turn 18. I'm just giving, y'all, I'm just reading off this list. I hope y'all can see it. I'm reading off this list. You probably can't see it. Turn 18 for the 3-day event, $1,500. One ticket. Turn 1 up to $1,600. If you want to be in a marina, I guess I don't know what part that is. I haven't looked at it. $1,000. If you want a fountain view. So y'all complain about the 3-day passes at the basketball events. If you want a fountain view, you can get in there for $800 for a 3-day pass. That's a discount. For family, they said they got for family. I think if you bought it for a family, they said they got family tickets up to $815 per person. Then they got a start to finish. If you want to be on the start or the finish line, $2,000. If you want to be on the beach part, $880. So that is Moody. That's why I want us to put us in a position. Listen to me, y'all. These kind of prices. Did I tell y'all how many people? On Sunday, it was 140,000. On Saturday, it was 120,000. On Thursday, it was it might have been 100,000. It added up to about 400,000 people darn those doors. So that means if they keep billing like this, the engineers gonna get a raise. The people that work with them are gonna get a raise. And ain't none of them look like us but 1%. Let's get busy, y'all. Hey, who used to say that on one of their shows? Let's get busy and get our kids in this. Chop Shop, we'll be back in just a minute.
How are you going to be on the stage? How are you going to get from off the bench to on the floor? If you love basketball, you got to be passionate about what you do. You can't just play just to play.
If you really want it, you'll need to make sacrifices. You'll face doubt. You will fail. Whether or not you succeed, that's
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop. Hey, y'all, Jimmy and Chris will be in a minute. Hold up, y'all. I didn't do something. I'm going to play something real quick. I want to click on something right quick. Yeah, I'm back. I didn't turn certain lights. There's so much going on in here, man. I got to take y'all on a virtual tour one day. Thaddeus Moody, he said, wow, he just saw the prices. Thaddeus Moody, now you understand where I'm trying to get in that industry and use my marketing expertise in that industry because it's a great industry. And I just want to, if I can get my foot in and I can bring other people behind me, I'm trying to do Lewis. I mean, let me tell you something. If you're going to be a copycat, copy the baddest cat, copying Lewis Hamilton. If I get in, I got to bring more people in. And that's what we're trying to do. What else? Wait a minute, let me tell you something. Let me shout out. What my women basketball play? Y'all help me with this now. Because I don't know all of these girls. I hope Chuck McGowan is there. Chuck, thank you for what you sent me. You know I got to play my girl. Hold on. Before I get into women basketball, Chuck sent me this, and I had to. Y'all know Kendall. Y'all know Kendall Hunter, right? Y'all know I've been talking about her on this show. Y'all know she's my niece, or my fictional niece, right? Somebody sent me this. Check this out. Kendall Hunter. Thank you, Chuck McGowan, for sending me that. You know, that's Ken Skills, Kendall Hunter, University of Texas. But I looked at the All-American team, the Associated Press Women's All-American team. Aaliyah Boston, who she played for. Somebody got to help me. Somebody help me. Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark. I remember that Caitlin Clark. I remember that name. Ryan Howard, I remember that name and Nalisa Smith have been named preseason Associated Press. What my guys at that? What Trey and Thad at? Okay, Trey Phillips. Give me the names. Aaliyah Boston. You can put the names with them, Trey, for me. Put the names with the schools for me because I didn't do that research. My bad. I just knew I would have y'all. Okay, South Carolina for Boston. Thank you, Demetrius. I know Paige Beckers is what Paige? What that's Oregon. Howard is Kentucky and Baylor Smith. Okay, Kentucky and Baylor. Oh, Baylor got one. Okay, Baylor got one. Okay. What about Ryan Howard? What about Ryan Howard, y'all? Oh, that's Kentucky too. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that, Trey. I'm sorry. Did we get okay, Ryan? So I got to start watching Kentucky. Boston is South Carolina. Paige is Connecticut. Okay, you're right. Thank you. Connecticut. Okay, man. Hey, shout out to those young women. Man, I'm just so proud because I fell in love with women's basketball this year, thanks to Dee Richards. And let me tell you something. Dee Richards is taking advantage of her situation up there at the New York Liberty. They're young girl. They're hanging out with Jay-Z, having dinner with Jay-Z. Hey, Dee Richards, let me tell y'all something. I don't pick them all the time, but when I pick them, they be bad. I told y'all the reason I started watching women's college basketball this year more was because of this young lady. And this young lady, if y'all don't know, go Google her, go check her out. She is maxing. Y'all remember I went through this thing? She is maximizing her dash. I got to bring that up again. And that dash, y'all, is the things, you were born and so and so. Then they have a dash between your name. Then you die here. So guess what? She maximizing that dash between the time she was born and the time she, you know what they said, this African proverb, two of the most important things is in your life is the day you were born and the day you find out why you were born. It's an African proverb. The day you were born, and this young girl is maximizing her dash. And I know Jimmy might want to talk about this a bit later. He's coming in 5 minutes. They said the second NCAA gender equity report shows more money is spent on male athletes than female athletes, ones on an average. Duh, we know that. They said, hold on. They said they're heading. I mean, they said the NCAA spends more on an average of male athletes than female, particularly when it comes to the mere handful of championships viewed as revenue sources. Okay, according to a new report, it's a law firm hired by the NCAA to investigate. They had a 153-page report. You know, just talking about they're trying to do some things. Let me go back down. The NCAA has already implemented some of the things, including allowing women's tournament now to be called March Madness. They didn't allow that to happen. The same, let me see, they used to just call it the championships. They got a few things. Go read the article. I'm just giving you some breakdowns. They said the Tuesday report, they shows this spending per Division I national championships participant, include basketball, was about, they said the spending per person. It was ain't but 1,700 less for women's participant than in the men. Oh, just in the tournament. Okay. The NCAA spent $4,285 per men participant in the tournament versus 2,588 women. Okay. The gap is even greater in the 6 single gender sports like wrestling and volleyball. So it's they trying to do some things. I guess y'all think it's enough. You think it's not enough? What do y'all think? I saw some Annie Apple. If y'all Google Annie Apple, that's Eli Apple's mom. Very opinionated. Oh my God! If you follow on Twitter, she's a tough follow. But her son's playing in the NFL, right? But she's you know, Roger Goodell came out the other day and said, "Hey man, we're not letting y'all know what happened in these reports," and that's just it. I'm not letting y'all. Y'all can ask anything y'all want to. You're not gonna see what's in these reports. It's too much stuff in these reports. Just everybody don't need to hear. You know what I've learned, Mark Edwards? Everybody don't need to hear everything any damn way. Some of these folks out here crazy as hell. So everybody don't need to hear everything anyway. But Annie Apple, she tweeted this out. Her son plays in the NFL, Eli Apple. She said, reason sports media is so white, they want to always be the ones to create the air, narrative of players, coaches, the game. Then they carry the water of the owners and the narrative of white supremacy. Why do they think you continue to see nothing about race norming? Why do you think we continue to see nothing about race norming or the depth of those emails? Race norming, as we reported the other day, was where when they had to force, the courts had to force the NFL to pay for these concussions and the injuries the players has suffered over the years of constantly getting banged in their damn head. And the NFL didn't want to, but they had to pay $1 billion. So guess what? So they said, of this billion, we gonna race norm it. We gonna in other words, we gonna determine who gets the billion. All the black players were getting turned down. All the white players were getting their settlements. I think up to $500,000. So they took them to court. Yeah, they took them to court. Okay, Jameson. And they took them to court. And now they saying, okay. In other words, they were saying, I think it was like the black guy's brains was already messed up. So it didn't have nothing to do with the concussions. That's what they were saying. That's what this kid. So we reject him. I mean, y'all, it was crazy. It was crazy. One of these days, I'm gonna do a whole show on that crazy thing because it's crazy. But Jameson Morrow asked me to talk about Mike Thomas. Yes, it's horrible, John Lewis. Let me show y'all. Let me let y'all hear. Okay. Let me set the stage for you. You know I like to set. Yeah, that's a mess. Yes. Y'all want me to talk louder? Are you just kidding? Oh, okay, yeah. I can't. I don't want to get. Y'all be listening to myself sometime. I didn't realize I was that loud. I'm sorry. I be listening to myself. I said, oh my God, slow it down, Rob. Yeah, it's so D. When I get into it, D, one of these days, D, I'm gonna do it on a Friday and I'm gonna tell y'all about it. Hold up, D. I had something to tell y'all. I got off it. What somebody said something on the screen. Hold on, somebody said something on the screen. Let me see. Oh, Mike Thomas. Okay, thank you. Mike Thomason. What's his name? Carson Palmer, who went to USC, went on the Dan Patrick Show and was told and said that Mike Thomason and somebody else was candidates for the USC job. You know, USC fired their coach. They're looking for a new coach. And Mike Thomason, they come in that damn press conference and they asked Mike Thomason the question about it. And this is what he said.
I don't have time for that speculation. I mean, that's a joke to me. I got one of the best jobs in all of professional sport. Why would I have any interest in coaching college football? That'll be the last time that I address it. And not only today, but moving forward. Never say never, but never. Okay? Anybody else got any questions about any college jobs? There's not a booster with a big enough blank check.
Anyone else? All right.
Thank you. Anybody asking Sean Payton about that? You know, anybody asking Andy Reid about stuff like that? Guys, I don't have time.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? What y'all think? Did y'all see? That's why I played it. Oh, I had it already queued up. Hey, Jameson Morrow, you read my mind. He said, never say never, Wendy. There is not a booster big with a big enough check to buy me. Wendy, you know what he told you? I ain't for sale. You might can finance me, but I ain't for sale. Oh, I love it, Mike. He said, did anybody ask Sean Payton? Y'all got to think about it, man. In his 15th season, let me tell you why he can say what he say. Oh, he frat. What frat he in? Let's shout out to the frat. I got a frat story for y'all. What frat is he in? Corey? Corey, you know I don't keep up with the frat stuff. I'm sorry. Okay, Corey, what frat is he in? Corey, help me out. Y'all cross your legs. Jimmy's finna come in. Cross your fingers. Let's make sure ain't nothing happening right there. Looking good, that big dog. What's your frat? Kappa. Okay, Mike Tomlin. Y'all, let me give you Mike Tomlin's resume, y'all, before y'all, let me. In his 15 seasons as a head coach, right? He has more Super Bowl championships won than seasons under 500. He ain't never had no season under 500. And the reason that, hold on, Jimmy, the reason he mentioned Sean Payton and Andy Reid, both of them, get what both of them got. They ain't got but one championship. They ain't got one a Super Bowl. That man said, Jimmy, there's not a booster with a big enough bank check. What a line, man. Jimmy, I used to tell him, hey, you can't buy me. Boy, you can finance me. You can't buy me. That man said, I can't be bought. Shout out to Mike Tomlinson, man. I'm so proud of you, man. Because you know how somebody, like every mile here, well, but you know what? He one guy, he said, I got the best job, one of the best jobs in the NFL, the major leagues. The hell you doing asking me about a damn college? It's college coaches trying to get where I'm at. Hey, we don't go down there trying to get no goddamn college. Excuse me, Lord. We don't go, y'all see our past. We don't go down there trying to get no college job. It's a freaking insult. And he put their ass in. Jimmy, did you see it?
What's that?
Did you see what Mike Tomlin did?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw Colin Cowherd this morning.
I ain't worried about what he said.
Huh?
I ain't worried about what Colin said. I'm talking about
Colin. I'm saying Colin Cowherd said what you just said before you just said it. He said all of that. He broke down the stats of what those other two coaches bro, him and Nick Wright. So I saw all that this morning, about an hour or so ago.
But I mean, I know you're a little more sympathetic to the press, but I just love. That's when you're securing in your job, lady. Then you don't have to bounce around with some. See, I'm a guy that studied Mike Tomlin. I can tell you who his staff is, who his head man is next to him. I've studied Mike Tomlin. That's why I'm so adamant about talking about this today. I don't care what nobody else say about Mike Tomlin. I'm glad he stood up and said, don't ask me no mess like that. Go ask them that. I got the same credentials or better than they have. How about that? What else going on, man? I done went through, I saved that. I talked about the girls, basketball, the women's sports a little bit, touched on that. Because I know you was going to touch on that a little bit. Talk briefly about that. Talk about Lewis Hamilton for 20 minutes. I had to. He worth it. Jimmy, I forgot that, but I mean, in all my things, I didn't tell y'all about this. When he won this race, he won the race, Jimmy, and after the race, on the podium where he gets his trophy, where all the world is watching, he put over his uniform, lock up the police that killed Breonna Taylor's shirt on. Guess what? Right after that, they made a rule, F1, you can't cover up your sponsors. You can wear the shirt, but not at that time. You can't cover up Mercedes, Petronas, IWC, all of that stuff. You can't cover that up. They made a new rule for him, Chris. Chris, I think you'll find that intriguing. Let me add Chris Walker in the bit. Look at my boy. Look at him. What's happening, baby? There you go with that. There you go. You muted yourself again, Chris.
That's the best thing for him.
Chris, something is wrong with your settings, man. You're not on the same device that you've been coming on. You're not on the same device. No, you're not. Well, come back in. Come back in and just come on in. Man, before I teach him the dumb I get. But but he'll be back in a minute.
Let's go on and get this thing started. And
where your Astros shirt at today?
It didn't work yesterday, so I got a Braves colors on today. So let's see
what
how this
the hell
works.
You got a Brave color on for?
Let's see if it works. So that means if you were so attentive toward thinking that me, just because I wore orange, the other team's supposed to win. Well, I'm gonna wear red, white, and blue today. These Atlanta Braves colors today. Let's see if that works. Let's see who wins this one today. If that's what, so that means now that whole superstitious thing go out the window then, right? Or if Atlanta Braves 500 on my colors.
Oh, you believe in jinxes and all that kind of stuff. So, Jimmy, should I cheer for Atlanta too today? Because I cheered for y'all yesterday and y'all lost. Maybe.
Well, that might work today. Cheer for Atlanta. That's what you need to do. Name me three players.
What they? Oh,
that don't work on this team. That guess what? That's what. That was something that was a prized, cherishable, memorable, somewhat of a semi-dynasty, lacking the championships that they could have won during that time.
Jimmy, that's what I wanted to do. What the hell? How the hell you gonna tell me what I'm?
Okay, you just tried to tie it to Atlanta Braves as part of that was part of it.
They was doing it in the game the other day, Jimmy. I was watching the game last week.
Just let that.
No, I ain't nothing lie. You can't tell me what the late lie. No.
So you rooting for Atlanta?
Oh, yeah.
That's like a Florida State fan right now doing that at Florida State. They don't have the same feel.
I ain't no fan. I'm just saying, hey, I'm cheering for the Braves today because I want them to lose. Okay, how about that?
Okay, yeah. That's what works for you.
Yeah, it works for me. Thank you. That's the key word. Thank you.
If that's what works for you. Well, see, let me tell you something about both of these teams in the World Series right now. The Astros and the Braves. Both are playing with house money right now. Both have already won no matter what the result of this World Series. Yes, the Astros would love to win this World Series, and it is by no means over with. I just don't understand how you guys can watch the Astros, root against the Astros, and yet still see the Astros come from behind time after time after time again. And it seems like every time they lose, and it's by more than 3 or 4 runs, then all of a sudden you guys think like the house is falling in, the ceiling is caving in. I'm like, wow. So all you do, and guess what? I said it. The Astros have had no incentive, no motivating, no, I would say chalkboard material. What they do now? They do now. They didn't have, and that's what I was afraid of. Charlie Martin said all of the right things. He was just, oh man, just did Atlanta Braves. They didn't step on no ant beds. Nobody said nothing. Guess what? We got something now. You got something now. So now you see the Astros come out. And on top of that, this was a bittersweet win for the Atlanta Braves. You won the game 6-2. Scored 5 of those 6 runs in the first 3 innings. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. Over the next 6 innings, Astros outscored the Braves. So that's a ray of shining.
I got something for you. You talking about people talk about you, talk about the Astros, talk about it. But they gonna tell you because you always running your mouth about the Astros. Mindy told you the other day, Jimmy, be humble. But no, you come on there.
Hold on. So if Mindy said be humble, and I'm saying, I got this one right here, Mindy. And guess what happened? I got this one right here, Mindy, proved to be right. And the time before that, Jimmy, hold tight, they ain't won it yet. And guess what they did? They won that series too.
No.
And it proved to be right.
No, so I'm talking about, hold up, Jimmy. I'm talking about you talking about people calling you, people talking about the Astros, about people called they lost. Of course they gonna tell you because you talk so much smack.
Oh, so it's so much smack. But if you don't recall, the smack started with Rod Wells at the beginning of the season on the Chop Shop. Nobody else. So what do you mean? So my smack is retaliatory smack And you're saying, well, Jim, you talk too much smack. You know why? Because his team ain't standing no more. They're at home. Their uniforms is in Tupperware pictures, or what they call those big tubs you get at Walmart for $5.97 in the back over there by the music section, the plastic tub. So that's where the Dodgers uniforms at right now. That's where the Yankees uniforms at, with mothballs sitting in them right now, worrying about what they're gonna do next year. Or you know what they're doing right now at the Yankee Stadium? They're taking the plates off the name of the lockers. Everything is clean house, but the Astros haven't.
Hey, that man came on, Jimmy, and the mute was on. I'm laughing, but that Chris Walker is having me laughing. He doing something new. I don't know what he's doing. But hold up. Hey, I don't care what you know about baseball. I'm just going by what I'm sitting here. Mindy told you the other day. You can talk about Rod Wells. We ain't talking about Rod Wells right now. Rod Wells, I'm on your side, baby.
No.
Rod Wells.
No. Let's stop right there. Time out. I understand when you guys try to spew facts. Las Vegas had from the American League, the Yankees and the Tampa Bay were 1 and 2 on the projections to go to the World Series this year. The Astros was very much an underdog. They were. I used the analogy the other day. They were the Warriors on that movie, The Warriors, back in the days. Yankees had Cole. Yankees had a well-rested roster. They had loaded up. And with a couple other pieces, they were the favorites. Come on, guys, in the American League. Let's not act like that. And then act like it ain't true. The Astros were the most hated, the most despised in the United States of America this season, over the last 2 seasons.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Everybody know the Astros were despised. We talking about you said people calling you talking about the Astros. And the reason people calling you talking about the Astros is because you talk so much smack.
Let's go to the factuals then. The factuals. Did Rod Wells start talking smack about the Astros and the Dodgers when the season first began? About all the pieces they got and about hold on. Their ace pitcher is going as well. Was he not telling us about? And then when they got Max after the All-Star break, did Rod Wells not double down on his thoughts and on his antagonizing every damn day? Well, hey, how many games y'all won? So that means my response to the question, it ended up being a daily conversation going toward the end of the year. So then now it's a daily conversation. We won last night. How did your team do last night? How did your team do last night? We won. So then it goes into the postseason. We won our wild card game. I'm sorry. First, we won 106 games. How many games you won? Did you win 100 yet? Let us know. I respond. Let me know when you get in first place. Then we talk. So it goes and it carries on for good conversation. So once again, it starts and a retaliatory. And that's kind of like think about it. Think about this. You swing first, and I swing back. Now it's a foul. It's a flagrant foul. So now if I get hit back again, now it's like, oh, you deserve to get hit. You shouldn't have swung and hit him. Oh,
I'm with Rod Wells.
That's how this goes. So that's how y'all want to rock with this? That's how
I'm rocking with Rod Wells.
That's right.
Blue Heaven is in the house, baby. Blue Heaven. We on vacation. Tatis on Mookie. Tatis, we on vacation. Guess what? We didn't even watch the game last night. Y'all pissed me off last night. What, Mindy? Mindy talking about, Mindy, I know more than you. She's talking about, I don't know. I know more. Mindy, I know more than you. But hold up.
Check it out.
Because I asked Mindy a question she can't never ask it. Then she talking about, when she can't answer the question, she can't Google. Here she go. I had to work. I didn't hear it. Yeah, I know. But Jimmy, yes, they gonna tear your head off, man. You should expect that. Now you want to talk about Mookie and Dookie and Trukie and everybody.
No. You're not listening. It's a 7-game series. We're talking about game 1. The Astros, in case, let me refresh your memory.
Refresh.
The Astros have not won a home game in the World Series since 2017.
Awesome.
So losing at home during the World Series with an infield that's played the most World Series games together in the history of baseball. It's not no new territory for the Astros. It's not no new territory. So my thing is this. Last night, the Atlanta Braves, they should have had double-digit runs last night in that game.
Well, you don't need them, Jimmy. What you need double figure for? You didn't need
what?
You didn't need but 3.
I understand something. In baseball, you take certain things, and as Dusty Baker said, this team has a fund, an acute succession of flushing the game down the toilet. Guess what? This game was easy to pinpoint. Valdez struggled and didn't have no command of his ace pitches. Period. Guess what? They made him pay. First batter hits a dinger off the leadoff batter. Guess what? So when it's easy to pinpoint it, it's not like you go home scratching your head. What did we do? Don't get it twisted. Astros bats on the offensive end did not provide any counterism. They had the bases loaded. Bottom of the first inning, the Astros did. Bases were loaded. Bottom of the first. Tucker hits a nice sharp grounder right in the hole, but they had a shift on. They had a major shift on because Tucker's a lefty, and he hits it right to a 4-3 third out. And guess what? That was a time that the Astros could have capitalized with runners in scoring position, but did not. And guess what? It's game 1.
Can Chris say something? Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I can hear you good, baby. Come on, baby.
I switched to Chrome. That's what it is. How about them Astros? Oh, man, my bad. That's the wrong show. Wrong show, man. My bad, Jimmy. Yo, my bad. No. My bad, Jimmy. Hey, Hannah, I called him bright and early. This morning, too. Gave an earful.
Dude, I know how bad he was feeling last night. I wasn't about to text him. I'm not calling him. I'm letting him wallow over there in that misery by his damn self because he didn't want to be over there talking all that mess to my best friend, Rod Will. I don't like, you can't say nothing about Roswell. He done been to the Dodgers game. He got Dodgers replica rings and everything.
And how did that work out this year?
Jimmy, we can't win every year. Jimmy, Chris, watch this, Chris. Chris.
I like that one.
Chris, let me what's the last? Hey, Chris, in the last century, Chris, there haven't been a back-to-back. The Dodgers won last year. It haven't been a back-to-back.
It has been back-to-back. What the hell you reading?
When?
The damn Derek Jeter won 3 years in a row. Where was you when the Yankees won 3 years in a row?
That's my opinion. I don't remember no 3 years in a row now.
2 years on 3 in a row?
Well, it was 2 for sure. They went 3 years. It was a dynasty.
Where's Derek Jeter at now?
He's
100 damn years ago. Okay. All I'm telling you, Jimmy, everybody, you don't win every year no more, baby.
So let me write that down. I'm gonna start making a list. We don't win every.
I don't listen. Hey, Jimmy, I sent you something today. What is the text I sent you? I'm surprised you didn't use it as a disclaimer on the show. What text did I send you? Did I send you today?
Hey, you can write down what you want. You're gonna write a novel. Jimmy, when I get through with your ass, you're gonna be writing a novel over there.
No,
Come on, Chris.
I got this. So what I'm gonna do, ladies out there, Women Rock Wednesday, I knew I'd find a way to tie this to the ladies. You see this right here? I just wrote it down. We don't win every year, right? And hold it back a little bit. That's what Helen just said. We don't win. Hey, I was talking about the dog. We don't win every year, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna translate that to one of these little stickies. Remember Mary Jane on Gabrielle Union? I'm gonna do like Mary Jane. I'm gonna start putting these little stickies all over my damn desk. All over my desk.
I got a question.
With little quotes.
Your ass gonna look like Mary Jane when I get through with you. So all I'm trying to tell you, who won the championship last year? Just call out their name for me. Who won the MLB, the Major League Baseball championship last year? Who? Just say the name.
Here's my
say that name, say my name. Say the name, say the name.
That same excuse that same response, it applies to every team that's won a championship.
I'm talking about
not just the Dodgers.
Excuse me.
So the Astros can say,
Jimmy.
we can't.
Okay.
This
Okay.
goes
This
Jimmy from the Astros.
Jimmy,
we don't win every year.
Jimmy, what's your thing? I'm talking about right now. Right now.
The Astros are a little mini dynasty, man. They're a little mini dynasty. Although they cheaters, they still a little mini dynasty. And Jimmy, I sent you a text.
Pretty good cheaters.
Ain't nobody said they wasn't no dynasty. I did say that.
The trash cans and the cameras, they good cheaters. What I'm saying is they had the text this morning, Jimmy, where it said the Astros in 4 World Series have all lost the first game every time. So I had to back up. I was on Jimmy's head, so I backed up a little bit when I saw that. I backed up a little bit. I was like, oh, they lose every time the first game. Kind of like LeBron, ain't like since he been with the Lakers, he lose game 1 every time. And all you LeBron haters on the feed, y'all gonna be quiet. Don't worry about that.
Hey, man.
Y'all
better be glad. That shit.
They about to come to H-Town in a few days.
I would never play that goof ass song that Jimmy played that day. I would never play that goof ass quiet. That man looked like he was half dead. That
was a man.
He shouldn't have put that damn mask on then.
He put the mask on for a reason.
Hold up. No. All I'm saying is this man cannot. I just asked him a question. Who won the championship last night? He can't say it. He can't say it. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. So guess what?
Astros been in the World Series like 3 of the last 5 years.
So what?
So what? What do you mean?
And this year they wasn't expected to do anything, and they in the World Series.
Hold on. Say it to Roy Wells, and you in New York. You a Yankee admirer. Roy Wells gonna sit there and try to tell the congregation that the Astros were favored to win the World Series. They're not playing with house money. That's not true. No Verlander. Hold on. We've lost 3 aces in the same year and made it to the World Series with the greatest offense in baseball this year. That's the reason. They say it all the time. Good offense will get you there, but good pitching will take you over the top. And that's what we didn't get from the start of last year.
So the one-leg man, y'all let a one-leg man, you couldn't stop his
pitch. He wasn't one-legged. It was 2 batters after he got hit by a line drive. Gurriel lined his ass in the leg. And guess what? And then on that point, you could understand. You and Chris, any of y'all been in battle? Have you ever had anything broken or torn and you still played with and didn't realize it was that until afterwards? After you went and sit down on the bench, then you cool off. He was in heated, warm mode. Then he pitched to Altuve a couple of batters later, and he had to land. Remember, Morton is right-handed. So right-handed pitcher has to push off of his right leg. You push off your right leg, and then you land on that left leg. He took the beam on the left fibula, on the shin, we call it.
42 Braves.
Yeah, so guess what?
42 Braves. 42 Braves. That's how it's going.
What do you mean 4-2? The series?
In the World Series, 4-2.
So that means you giving the Astros 2 wins. That's more than Hatter's giving them.
They've been in the World Series, man.
Jimmy, I think the Astros gonna win. Whoa. I talking about Chris, let me show you how this started. He talking about people were calling me, talking about the Astros. People talking to me, talking about the Astros that one game. People, see, you was one of them. Oh, you was one of them. So all I asked him was, I
called him when it was 5-1 in the 5th last night. That's when I called him.
So Chris, guess what, Chris? I didn't mess with him. I know that man was messed up over there. What the hell? I showed him some mercy last night, but today I ain't getting him no.
Because I like to do that.
No, but guess what? He talking about. So I said, Jimmy, the reason that they talking about you and messing with you is because you came on here and beating your chest about. You should have set us up, Jimmy. Jimmy, this is what you should have did. You should have said, look here, man. Historically, the Astros don't win the first game.
Let me tell you
so
right
whatever
now.
happens tonight.
Astros lose tonight, then we go win 3 there, come back like we did with Tampa Bay last year, and get back here. So if they're going to go 4-2, now here's my point. If you're saying they're going to go 4-2, what 2 games are the Astros gonna win if they don't win tonight? Then, so you're saying the Astros gonna win tonight? You just called it, Chris. You called it after they've already won a game. The Braves. You said the Braves gonna win 4-2. So if that's the case, you tell me what games the Astros gonna win. If they understand this game 2 tonight. So when the Astros win? When they win their 2 games? Huh?
If they're gonna win 2, we might be back in.
Okay, what 2? Which 2?
Hold up. In order for the Braves to win in 6, that means they gotta win in Houston.
Oh, now you switch gears. You say in order for. No, but then you put in order for. That means that's an if then. So if it's 4-2, Chris. If it's 4-2, you're saying the Astros going to win tonight. It ain't no way you're going to project the Astros is going to go to Atlanta and take 2 out of 3 games because they lose tonight. They're 0-2.
They did in Boston.
So you're projecting the Astros to win 2 games in Atlanta, then, right? After losing tonight.
No. I said they're going to win tonight. What are you talking about? I just said they're going to win in 6.
Man, you argue with everybody, man. You argue with everybody, Jimmy. Jimmy, you argue with a man.
Let me tell y'all, let's pivot for a second. How about them Lakers? How about them Lakers?
Chris.
My boy Westbrook.
Chris, pump your brakes. Pump your brakes, man. You beat the Spurs, man. You beat the Spurs.
Oh, man. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Hey, Jimmy. Can I ask you a question, Jimmy? Can I ask you a question, Jimmy? The Spurs play in the Spanish league, right? Right?
No,
I'm
they
sorry.
don't.
The Spurs play in the NBDL, the NBL of in Australia, right? That's what they play, right? What league do the Spurs play in?
I think the National Basketball Association.
Thank you very much. So all we can do is play who's on the schedule.
Hello.
And guess what? And they have the same record as the Houston Rockets.
And
they have the same record as the Rockets.
Mufasa didn't even play last night. Come on,
he so did. Had a cool little sweater on.
Didn't even play.
Yeah. Had a cool little sweater on.
Lion King didn't play last night.
So let me tell you the difference.
You see, he had his shorts on coaching.
Yeah. It was smooth.
That's what your boy John Wall did.
I'm gonna tell you the difference.
He at home getting that check.
So think about where you at right now. The space that you're in as a Laker. Just a maniac. That's what you are right now.
I'm a Laker fan.
So tell me this. Think about your space. You're rejoicing over a win over the Spurs. Just the space you're in right now. You want me to co-sign that loan?
We're rejoicing over a win, Jimmy. We're rejoicing over a win. That's
no.
A win.
They needed that win, Jimmy. That man needed that win better than a whole beat slop.
So that means you're acknowledging that's the space you're in. That's the space you're in then.
They in that space.
Jimmy. We're trying to put a whole lot of Formula One cars on the court at the same time. That's very difficult.
Whoa.
Let me finish. Let me finish my comment.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
LeBron James needed to take a rest last night. We needed Russell to get his stuff going, right? And what y'all saw last night is what's indicative of what's going to happen in the playoffs. LeBron going to have to sit his ass down, and then that's when Russ take over. Because last year when LeBron sat down, it was Kyle Kuzma. It was the dude Bald Eagle. It was Markieff Morris. That's who was on the floor. Now we need Russ to get his confidence, man. I'm just telling you, man, this thing's about to be crazy. Must see TV. Must see. Hey, who they play? They play the Thunder next. They're going to beat them by 1,000.
Hey, Chris, Mindy said, why don't you come on when the Lakers lost? You didn't come on when the Lakers lost.
The internet was down.
Yeah. Oh, but Chris, repeat what you just said, because I wanted to, I can't remember stuff. I should have wrote it down. I was trying to interject when you said something. You were talking about this, the Lakers, and I had something.
I'm gonna give a piece of a little slogan to deal when they talk about the Lakers from now. We're not a victim of our circumstance. We're an opponent of our circumstance. Okay. So what I'm saying is, there you go, Howard. There you go. So what I'm saying is, we gonna figure it out. So y'all can do whatever y'all want. Y'all got to see us in the playoffs and not to play in. in the playoffs.
You know what I found out, Jimmy? A lot of teams out there now are having most teams are working new players in. I don't know what team. Could y'all help me? What team is not working no new players in? Every team is working.
I know one team who ain't working them in. That's the Nets with the boy Kyrie.
They are working new players in.
What are they working in?
They missing one of the best players on the planet.
Now they ain't missing one of the top 75 of all time.
So what? So what?
We got 4 of them.
Y'all got 4 of them. We got 2. We got 2. We got 2.
Who y'all got? Who? Oh, Harden and Durant. Okay, I'll give you that.
You know, you know what y'all be killing me? Sometimes when it's at y'all convenience, like Jimmy said, one of my favorite things to do is to go on here and look at what the bench has done. Let me see what the bench has done. Man, to be a shooter, somebody need to take Joe Harris out and shoot his ass. That man ain't made a bucket. That man ain't made a bucket since 72.
Pressure make water pipes bust, man. That's all I got to say.
Oh, so when he was playing on the sorry team, he was hitting them. It was cool.
Nah, it's must-see TV.
Oh, okay.
It's like Russell Westbrook. When you play for the Thunder, ain't nobody watching. When you play for the Wizards, ain't nobody watching. Dare I say, when you play for the Rockets, maybe a few people are watching. But when you playing for the Lake Show, everybody watching the King. Come on, man.
Jim, I beg to. Hey, let me tell y'all something. I said this yesterday.
I can't stand you, Fob. You always got something to say. I can't stand you.
He said pressure's almost.
Fob is a hater.
No, he's not a hater. Hey, I'm gonna get like Jimmy. Don't be saying nothing about Fob. He's not a hater. I'm getting like Jimmy now. I'm finna police.
Fob, Herb, and BMW, Henderson, always hating.
Say, man, I just realized something. Now, of course, I didn't watch the Laker game and the Spurs game last night. I saw a couple of the highlights, of course, and
it was a Laker crowd,
and that was a great performance from Russell Westbrook. And Westbrook finished with 33 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and only had 3 turnovers in this particular game. Now, but one thing I didn't notice, I didn't realize that game went to overtime last night.
Yes.
The King wasn't there. Jimmy, it's the NBA, Jimmy.
Chris,
man, use a headache, man.
Chris, we understand something. Something that's very understandable is the fact that when the Lakers decided to get all of these guys that was over 30 years old, one of the things was that LeBron James is going, and Anthony Davis alike, are both going to have several times they will have load management games this season. This will give those other guys have their fair share of opportunity to start and or take out the ball in their hands. We understand that. This is the first of many games to come that they're going to do this.
What's your point?
So you're making it seem like, well, LeBron didn't play. This was already pre-planned. LeBron is not going to play.
He hurt himself the other day, Jimmy. No, he hurt his ankle the other day.
No. But they already said that LeBron's going to get rest on sometimes on a back-to-back on all in the NBA.
Did you see the dude fall? Did you see Desmond Bane fall into his ankle?
Yeah, the same ankle that other fool hit.
So why would Dak Prescott, I'm pivoting to the Cowboys, if he got a bad calf, instead of beating the hell out the Vikings, right? If he hurt, maybe he should sit out and not play. Now, he probably going to play because I heard he was at Nick Sam's the other night.
It's preventive maintenance.
What?
Preventive maintenance. That's basically what it is.
So that's what LeBron was doing. He's like, yo, man, if I needed to play, I would play, but I'm hurt. So let me get another day's rest. I got to play back to back. And that's what he did. It's nothing wrong with that. And we got a dub. And Russ got some confidence. Guys, this thing is not.
So what happens tonight? What happens tonight against OKC?
LeBron might put 1,000 on him. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, we still need Russ to get his confidence, man.
So if the Lakers lose, fill in the blank for me.
It's 82 games, Jimmy.
Oh, so now we're not going. So now you're gonna go from 4 games to 82.
Listen, Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. gonna play the whole season. The Rockets gonna
be. This has nothing to do. We're talking about playoff teams right now. Right? We're not talking. Hey, why are we talking about the Rockets?
I'm just trying to tell you, the Lakers don't need him to play every game. They need
The
him
Rockets
healthy.
are doing a great job getting us Jalen Green. Jalen Durham, Jalen Durham, or Chet Holmgren. They doing a great job.
And they're gonna be by 1,000 again. Keep going.
That's the
Neither
job.
one of generational players. Keep going.
Guess what? Those are pieces that goes to the puzzle. That's the whole thing. They have, the thing is, how good are they going to let Christian Wood do this season?
Let's call Kenny Lofton Jr. right now and ask him about Chet Holmgren.
No, what Chet Holmgren is. Chet Holmgren right now. Okay, put it like this, Chris. When is the last time that the Houston Rockets had a white American-born player, star, in their system?
Peterson. I don't know who. Rudy Tomjanovich. Who was it?
No, since then. They've had one since then. They tried to millie
the white kid from Florida.
Well, Matt Bullard would be one that come to mind.
No, the kid from Florida.
No, Matt Bullard was a starter. He was a starter.
Matt Bullard was a scrub. Come on, man. Stop that. Don't be trying to do that.
Chris.
Matt Bullard, he was a
I didn't say all-star. I didn't say superstar. I say a starter. A white guy that was American born, that was a embraced fan of the general population.
How about Chandler Parsons?
Chandler Parsons only had a cup of coffee here. He didn't even play through his rookie contract good. Remember, the Dallas Mavericks picked him up. He would have been that. Chandler Parsons would have been that next guy up. He didn't get a chance to stay long enough. So Matt Bullard, I think, was before they. So you get where I'm going. That's been a decade ago, plus 2 decades ago. So light off in the room so you can't see the elephant. That's the thing. The elephant is in the room. They want a white guy, especially a 7-footer, because you know what that means? You could be the next Dirk Nowitzki.
Come on, man. No way.
So you think them guys in corporate America that sits in rooms that we don't sit in all the time or don't have access to, don't talk like that, don't think like that? They don't say, man, we love that guy.
They don't like James Harden. They don't like T-Mac. They don't like Olajuwon. They don't like Drexler. Come on, dog. What you saying?
If they can make them money, if there's something equal to or you are compatible to, they will favor theirs. Just like you gonna favor yours.
The NBA is 70 to 75% black. Tell me the white superstar on any team in the NBA. Name that dude. On any team in the league.
Tyler Hero, not superstar. You
said
superstar.
Jimmy Butler. What you talking about? They got Jimmy Butler.
I said you said superstar, but a star in the making would be Tyler Hero is the same as Chandler Parsons was right now. They're the same compatible.
No. He better than Chandler Parsons. He got a better resume.
I didn't say he was better. I say they're at the same value of the appreciation by their fans.
Name me the American-born white player in the NBA right now had it as a star. I only got one in my head right now. That dude at Charlotte, and he been dipping down. Who's the kid at Charlotte? What's his name in Charlotte? Play for the Celtics. Play for Butler. The kid that played at Butler.
Gordon Hayward.
Yeah. Gordon Hayward. That's one. Name me another one. I would say the Kevin Huerter. Baby, the white mamba.
San Antonio has. I mean, I can say that's you mentioned your word you used earlier was superstar.
Okay, well, let me. How about let's eliminate superstar because ain't none of them superstars.
Yeah,
a good player in the league, a notable player in the league. Gordon Hayward, Kevin Huerter. Who else?
Well, Corey Willis, you must have came in late on this. He's talking about American-born white basketball players in the NBA. So so I'm understanding you might came late on this. Well, right now, depending on what San Antonio can do this year, then that would hold the fate of Chris McDermott, who's in the starting lineup after being revitalized. Doug McDermott. He's with the Spurs now, and he's actually starting. With the Spurs.
Caruso, that's a good name.
But we talk but the criteria was a starter. That we got to have starter as a criteria.
I said a star, a notable player, just notable. I'm gonna even dumb it down to just being a notable dude. And what you're gonna find out is it ain't that many. So if you, how about this? Give me 5. How about this? Let's go. Gordon Hayward, Alex Caruso, Herter,
McDermott,
and who? Did I say Tyler Hero?
Tyler Hero would go in there, but I don't know if Tyler's in the starting lineup, but at the same time, Caruso in the starting lineup either. So.
Everybody know Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
My point is, it's like 5 dudes you can name. You got the dudes that play for Utah, but are they players or not? You have one kid, DiVincenzo, he got hurt from Milwaukee, but he been hurt. It's not that many, dog. Sabonis is not for a Troy Bieniemy, for American born. He gonna say Sabonis is born in this country probably. Joe Harris, I'll give him Joe Harris. Had a favorite player. It's just not that many, guys.
Joe Harris in there.
Put Hater by mine here. Don't put my name. Put Hater. I'm just saying it's not that many. Please put Hater. Do not put Chris Walker. Duncan Robinson, that's a good name. I'm just saying, like, you know what everybody doing right now, Jimmy? You know what everybody doing right now?
Everybody got the tater chip bag upside down, hitting the bottom of the tater chip bag right now. You know, you hit that thing when you try to get those chips, and you get those. That's what we're doing right now. We really in the bag like that. And
that's what I'm saying. It ain't that many. It ain't that many.
Guess what?
Brook Lopez. Damn, they gonna call Kevin Love. That's another one.
Yeah, I mean, Brook Lopez is I mean, what, to that team, world champion. So
is he white? Come on now.
Wow.
Stop that. That's messed up. Who wrote that? Damn, that's Sensei. That's wrong, man. That's wrong. That's not right. That's not right. Hey, man, by the way, did y'all see since it's Women Rock Wednesday, you know who looked good on NBA TV? Austin Reeves, really, Troy. Hey, Troy, your son shouldn't have left Oklahoma. We wouldn't know who Austin Reeves is, but I'm going to leave that alone, though. But
Wow.
Yeah, I said it, Troy. I said it, Troy.
Say it with the chest.
I said it, and you know it. He should have never left. We wouldn't even know who Austin Reeves is. We be on private planes right now, getting a check. Anyway, I was gonna say, Candace Parker looked good on NBA TV the other night. How did you see her?
Yes, sir.
They look good.
Hey, champion fresh champion always look good on you.
Man, she looked good. She's really, really good as a commentator. I really like her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you who's good too. She's good. Monica McNutt. Oh my God, man.
Oh, that's your girl. You told me about her a long time ago.
She moved to New York too. She big time. She's really, really good. She was going at Stephen A the other day. Then you got your girl Malika Andrews that you love. That's your girl. I don't know why that's your girl, but you love Malika Andrews for some reason. That's your dog right there, Malika. Who else is good?
I love Malika. I don't know who else good. It's Women Rock Wednesday, so we can talk about the good looking. Are they good? I mean, what are you talking about? Good as in?
What's her name? Yaneka Agumake. How you?
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
She's good too. She got her
awesome.
own show.
She's awesome. Yes,
she's good. I'm telling you. Bottom line is, guys, there's not very many white players in the NBA. It's not a racial thing. It's just reality.
There's not very many pretty good ones. Put it like that.
Hold up.
American born.
This is a good topic. I'm gonna segue into AAU. So think about summer basketball. And the parents that are playing and put their kids in summer basketball. What is that saying? That they're white kids that can't play? Or is the NBA just making the decision not to take them dudes? Because clearly there's white kids that can play, guys. Come on, man. Clearly. Yes or no, Jimmy? You tell me.
Well, remember, because people coming in and out of the boom boom room, and when you're saying the white kids, just put something in front of that, American born. That way they understand what you're talking about. Otherwise, the next person jump in and be like, oh man, it doesn't sound right. American born white kids. And with this, just as each level you go up, think about college basketball. And there are some programs and some systems that a lot of American-born white kids can excel in college, and you be sold to believe that this guy is the next best or the great white hope, and you get a chance in the NBA and ended up being a bust. We've seen it happen several times over. Most recently, with the guy that led the whole country in scoring, set all type of records.
Jimmy Fredette.
And that's Jimmy Fredette. And you guys remember that?
And
Adam Morrison, Jimmy. Adam Morrison.
Adam Morrison,
he's not
Jimmy
Fredette. Big Frank from Wisconsin.
Kaminsky, Luka Garza. This year, Drew Timmy. Think about the players of the year in the country.
But Drew, no. It's not fair on Drew yet because Drew is still in college.
Let me finish. Drew Timmy has got the most votes. He's the favorite to be player of the year right now. He is the favorite to be player of the year.
But I'm saying, but he's not even made it to the NBA yet. We talking about the guys that already jumped the broom.
Grayson Allen's another good name. Good job, Thaddeus. Because where Grayson at? Grayson with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Robert Grayson's on the
Grayson balling too.
Grayson's on the read. He's on the.
We're going to get to about 10 guys. It's going to be about 10, I'm telling you.
10 what?
Kennard, it's going to be about 10 dudes on that list. Frank Kaminsky. First of all, we're talking about guys that are balling. Luke Kennard, he took a little step back, but Mason Plumlee is a starter. So with Charlotte, Charlotte, man, they might be the most exciting team. I'm telling you, Charlotte might be the most exciting team, man. I mean, really, Jimmy, think about it. They can talk about little ball. I like watching them play, man. He must see TV, bro. On the real. What you doing, Hatter?
Just keep playing, man. I got this.
And
he must see TV.
One of the things about Charlotte is the fact that LaMelo Ball helps bring some of that excitement. I mean, some of that energy that it's almost like Charlotte was like a corporate team. He kind of has loosened those guys up, and those young guys are playing off each other, and they realize that whatever they might have heard about him before they met him, they are getting to see that he is a whole different ball player from what people told him. That's why, and you can tell when guys, he's passing that ball. If you're running the floor and you're open, and LaMelo Ball can see you, he's going to try to get you that rock.
But Jimmy, they always said he was the better player. They say
he's always the youngest one. The youngest one.
They said he was going to be the better player.
Think about in the Hatter household. The son was way better than the daddy. The next one coming along is always better, Jimmy.
He sure was. I ain't going to tell you no lie.
The next one coming along.
I couldn't do half the things.
I'm telling you, I'll never forget, Jimmy. I was like, Lil Robert came to town. Like, man, we're going to see Lil Robert play. Hatter wouldn't let me sit with him.
I don't let nobody sit with me. Jimmy know that. I don't never let nobody sit with me at the game.
I couldn't even go sit next to him to watch his son, Chi-Chi.
I don't want, because you going to say something ignorant and I'm going to cuss you out. I like to sit by myself.
I'm going to pivot for a second, talk about some summer stuff. I had a parent call me. I'm not going to say who it was. Called me the other day and said, well, what do you think? Do you think my son can play Division I? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Send me some video and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I can't watch it. Well, y'all know who I'm talking about. We don't disclose names. And I said, here's the dilemma that people face, right? And, whatever side of the fence you're on is your business. I'm just going to give you the business on how this works. I say, listen, man, you sent me a video. I watch it. All your son is doing is making layups. But he's 6'3". But he got a couple of years left. So you asked me if he's a Division I player or not. I'm not going to say he is or isn't. Here's my suggestion. Keep doing what you got to do with your coach, because you got to do what you got to do for your team. But what you got to think about is, do I need to, who do you play for in the summer? If they're letting you play the same position, you need to play for a different summer team. If you want to play Division I, you see what I'm saying? And if the same thing, if you don't get what you want during that summer and you still need to be recruited, maybe you need to change high schools. That's what coaches in high school don't want to hear, right? Because if a parent is chasing a Division I scholarship, I mean, we all know it's expensive to go to college and everybody can't afford that. If your kid's in a situation to get a scholarship, that's a very privileged situation. I'm listening to people all the time saying, man, I'm still paying college loans off. They're like 50 years old. So if your kid got a chance to get a scholarship, it's a big deal. So if you got to be intentional about your decision making. If you 6'2" and they playing you inside because they think that's your better position, I would say, you know what, man, let me go play on the summer team. If you go to a summer team and you ain't good enough to play on the perimeter, you're not a Division I player. Let me repeat that again. If your better position is playing inside and you under 6'4", you're not a Division I player. Because if you go to a team where you got to play on the perimeter and you actually got to play out there and you can't beat those guys out, you're not a D1 player. You're not a D1 player. End of discussion. There is no D1 where a 6'4" dude is playing inside unless he is an unbelievable freak or they play small ball. Right or wrong, Jimmy? You tell me.
And go back and say it again. I'm going to make sure everybody got this clear.
If you're
6'4" and under,
and you're playing and he's playing at a college, right? They probably play small ball, and he is a ridiculous athlete, probably, right? Because to get to Division I, all you got to think about is this, right? Think about it this way. Just look at Texas Southern, because people are like, "Oh, Texas Southern, I would never play there." Well, look at their roster. You know what I tell every parent and kid? Do me a favor, because this is what they don't do. They don't watch college basketball, and they do not watch the NBA. You know what they watch? Highlights and Twitter and all that stuff. They don't watch games. I say, hey, man, when the last time you pulled up a college roster and looked at how tall those dudes are, man? Look at the size of these guys on a roster. You're not going there at 6'3" and playing inside. At the worst team in the country. Not the best team, at the worst team. Size is a part of the game. Does that mean that you can't play? No, I'm not saying that. But if you want to play offensive tackle in the NFL, how big you got to be, Hatter?
320 something.
How tall?
6'5", 6'4", 6'5", right in that area.
So what if you 6 foot and you 250?
You better go do something else.
So why can't we say that in basketball then? That's what I'm saying, Chi. So why can't we talk like that in basketball? If we can, let me ask you a question. Hold up, Fab, before you talk. Jimmy, if you left-handed and you want to play shortstop, what are they going to tell you?
They're going to try to move your ass over to first base.
Thank you. So why can't we say that in basketball, Jimmy? You know what I'm saying? If we say that in basketball, we hating.
Well, I think, I love the point that you are placing on the table right now. I love this because it's coming from a different angle that most conversations don't come from. And I think in basketball, what we have, and I'm not saying they don't have it in football or baseball, but what we see is there are an abundance of people in basketball, regardless of your accolades, you will still be discredited by some of the population. Put it like this. It's like let's lose John Lucas. John Lucas, as far as experience, he's at the top of the food chain. He's, you know what I'm saying, as far as his resume. All-American in college, number one guard, one of the very few, one of maybe only two guards to be picked. Number one in the draft. He was an All-American in tennis, but let's go to his basketball. He also was a player in the NBA for multiple years. He was a head coach in the NBA for multiple teams. And now he gets to see it from an assistant coach and then comes back and start getting into this era of grassroots basketball. So, and still people will attempt and have attempted to discredit, or what I use the word devalue his value. So a lot of times, Chris, you mentioned when you're giving an evaluation of a kid. If I'm giving an evaluation of a kid or a person or a situation, then know what happens? The other person takes the easy route and say the unfathomable. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. Whatever you didn't do. It's something that you didn't do. They will use as the antidote or the counter. With Chris Walker, they won't say, you don't know what you're talking about, even though you was a college coach for 2 decades. Know what they will say? Hey, dude, they ain't playing the league. How the hell are he going to tell you about how to get to the league? You see how the narrative goes? With me, I ain't never played college ball. So how the hell this guy going to tell you about what it takes to get there?
Question. Did Stan Van Gundy play in the NBA?
No.
The dude that's coaching, the dude that's the manager was a manager for UConn. Guess who he coached? The manager from UConn is the head coach of the Thunder. I'm going to say it again. Did Steven Silas play in the NBA? Last time I checked, he ain't play at Villanova. Where did Steven Silas play college?
He was a lawyer.
I'm just saying that's ridiculous, bro. That people talk like that. You know what I'm saying? This is not like, oh man, you don't know how to fix cars. You never fixed a car before. Yeah, that's a special talent. But you can be a coach and have never played in the NBA. That's not true. Even though he tried out with Bill Fitch with them tight ass shorts and them long ass white socks, them Chuck Taylors, he does know something about basketball. Period. Right, Hatter?
No, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I just be a fan. I'm meant to say I don't know nothing about baseball. I'm trying to learn about baseball right now.
Hey, I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying.
No, let's compound this conversation. I mean, because this the why you once again, if you just tune into the Chop Shop, let's ask you guys to share the show right now, if you could. Share the show to your timelines right now. This conversation, it needs to be heard. It needs to be watched by a lot of people that follow you guys. Let's get this going on right now. If you're on YouTube, you can hit the share button and send the show directly to your social media platforms as we speak. Do that right now. Let's get back to this. And Chris, you mentioned we're talking about players and Division I identification or the quest to be a Division I player. And I feel like muddy always going into these Division I conversations, but it needs to be heard because what happens is when they click off watching the Chop Shop, life goes on. You get 2 hours of us, but you get 22 hours of the nonsense that's spewed out there in the general public or in some of you guys in your circumferences about just telling you that your baby is a Division I and that everybody don't know what they're talking about. They don't believe in your baby like they do. Nobody else believes in your baby. Nobody else. They can't see what you can see. And then they know what they'll do. They'll name you that one guy that they happen to put some cones out for or help provide a workout to or throw a towel or something to or shag some balls for and say, see, look, he's in the league right now. That's because of me. Let me tell you guys something. I don't know how you could tell me this. What's the market or the range that the basketball trainers, the NBA basketball trainers that's on the road and part of these guys' entourages, what range do they generate income?
Jimmy, I'm serious. I really don't know. Because some of those
Chris,
guys
you know?
I know of one by 80 to 100 grand.
Yeah, but they ain't. Some of them ain't telling what they get and the benefits they get. So it's broad. But
so perks come with it.
I'm gonna put it like this: when a kid comes out of college, okay, and I send him to one of those guys for those few months to prepare them for the NBA, it'll cost about $30,000.
Yes.
For what?
$30,000 for me to go get him prepared for the NBA.
For about what? How long?
About
combine or the league, Cattle? Which one? Both
for the combine. You know, because the NBA have a combine too. Get them ready for the combine and show them all the nuances of what they're gonna experience. Those are the guys who going to the combine. Now the guys who not going to the combine, I don't know. I don't know what they pay. I wouldn't pay that $30,000. Huh?
Can you explain to them what that entails? Like food.
I mean, it's food. It's food. It's food and rental car, housing, and all of that is included in those couple of months.
Okay, so all that's included in that.
Yeah, all that's included. Yeah. But Jimmy, it's different. Like James might do something for his workout guy that the other guys don't do. Somebody might, some guys value workout guys. The Greek Freak don't. He don't value. He don't talk about them. They got one guy who got famous that his first client happened to be my son was going to be one of his first clients because they Bradley Beal. I somehow got in touch with Bradley Beal. This guy was working out Bradley Beal, and we were supposed to go to St. Louis and train with Drew Hamlin before he got famous. And then next thing you know, Drew started getting all these clients and getting all these people. And now he Joel Embiid, Kelly Oubre, and all these guys. But the status that guy has gotten, he is the most celebrated one out there right now, Jimmy. And we
have one. We have one from Houston. That was a high school coach named Chris Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chris Johnson, about 10 years ago, almost, he was a high school coach. And during the summer, I think it was during the lockout year, 2011, 2012, something like that. He went over to John Lucas, and which a lot of people have just went and volunteered and did some work under the John Lucas umbrella doing his workouts at the time. He went over to John Lucas, and while he was going there every morning, he got relationships because John would have the pros come at some time, then the kids would come, then he would mix some. So it was like 2 or 3 a days. Well, Chris Johnson, by the time the summer was over, it was a marker. I remember the phone call like it was yesterday. He called me and say, "Hey, bro, I think I'm going to put in my resignation." I say, "For why?" I'm thinking something had happened, a scandal, whatever. He was coaching at Clear Springs High School. That school was hot at the time. I mean, it wasn't a state champion or nothing like that, but as far as they were a district contender for his last 2 of his last 3 years before he left. So he's like, "Man, I'm gonna take this. I learned a lot up under John, up under Coach Lucas, and I think I'm gonna take this training thing. I got a chance to go. I met Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler wanted me to come out to LA and train him. And he liked some of the stuff I had to offer. And I say, man, and I got off the phone, and I'm thinking in my mind, like we do. I mean, understand the ignorance in me was like, this motherfucker crazy. He finna quit his job and go on the limb and go move to California where the cost of living is 4 times higher to do this. And I'm understand the ignorance it dwells inside of all of us at some capacity. And so next thing you know, Chris Johnson, man, just blows up in California, in LA.
I know, but it don't happen for everybody, Jimmy. There's a lot of people have tried that same thing that I know on the West Coast in Florida. It don't happen for everybody. Chris Johnson just had a special Jimmy Butler cut for him. See, the key thing is the players. Like somebody saying Drew Hanlon just have ready-made players. But he been dealing with Bradley Beal since Bradley Beal was on the circuit. He was dealing with Jason Tatum when he was on the circuit. Now, he might have got Embiid late and Kelly Oubre late, but a lot of these other guys, and I'm not saying, I'll never forget, I remember I liked his basketball acumen when I talked to him. That's why I was going to send my son down there. But Robert just told me, he said, "Dad, I ain't going way down there, man. I ain't going way down there to deal with that dude in the summer." And he didn't want to go. But that's a unique, Jimmy, like I said, it don't happen for everybody. But and always remember, it ain't but 450 of those guys, right? And so people look at that market, but it's more people who don't know how to play. And if you're good at your craft, it's more people that don't know how to play that you can teach. If this is what you want to do, you might not get a Jimmy Butler might not believe in you. Look what happened to Gaston. He was a perfect example. He was De'Aaron Fox workout guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you never know what these relationships morph into. Just be good at what you do and make sure that if they got Jimmy, and a lot of this stuff, people just got to like you. Man, the more I understand about this business and trying to get into F1 and the marketing part of F1, people got to like you. When I'm standing in the hotel lobby, Chris, people coming around me, I guess I'm probably the only black person there, but were talking to me with such ease and put me in situations. Because I guess I'm just somebody they felt like they wanted to talk to. It's people. No, Jimmy, I think you retweeted something that Joe Madison said the other day. I put it in my notes. It's just, man, we got to know how to treat people, man. You got to know how to treat people. And some of y'all treat people like assholes. And some people, I told you, that's one of my greatest compliments was when the guy, the security at my son's office said he treat us down here just like he treat the CEO. Some of us, we get a little power and we assholes. And I know a lot of us, some of us, you got to, man, no matter what. Now, let me tell you something. Some people ain't going to like you just because you look nice. Some people ain't going to like you. We ain't talking about them damn fools just ain't going to like you just because you on this show. Some people don't like us because we on this show. We ain't talking about them. But when you're around people, man, let me tell you something. We are in the people business. And I go what the root of what I believe in my heart. When I go back and watch when we need something, if Chris Walker needs to get on a plane, he uses money to spend to get on the plane. When we need something, we spend money. But when God needs something, he spends people. He born Chris over here at this time. He born Jimmy over this time. He don't use the money. People are more important. So when I looked at his model and said he thought enough of Robert Hatter that my mom and dad thought they was just having sex, being married. But Robert Hatter needed to be born. So we just got to understand. That's why I'm watching the sincerity of Chris explaining how this process worked, because that's your kid. Your son is a person. We trying to help these young persons become successful in this game if they want to get in this game. And let's use basketball instead of let basketball use us. Jimmy, y'all missed the part of the show, and a lot of people missed it, but you got to see this. I know it's a little late. You got to see this and understand why my affinity, because of what we doing on this show. Just why I love Lewis Hamilton, because he's doing some of the same thing. Watch this, Chris. Crazy.
Sometimes to believe that it's possible. I love that we're working with schools now and creating a better pipeline for youngsters getting into our industry, because it isn't diverse.
Come take a look. This is Lewis Hamilton's car.
This is Lewis's car. Nobody touches this car.
Because only Lewis Hamilton gets to touch that wheel. No one else is allowed to touch.
He's touching the wheel.
Well, you know, the reason that I'm able to touch that is because I'm Lewis.
Oh, you were that person. Oh my God. I met Lewis Hamilton.
Keep believing in yourself. That's the most important thing, because no one else is going to do it for you. If I can do it, then you can 100% do it, and anybody can do and achieve something great.
And that's all that we try to do on this show, ladies and gentlemen. That's summed up in that 49-second of message. The things we don't have no kids that's going to high school right now. We doing this to make your kids. We want your kids to go out there and be great. So that's why I don't have no low tolerance for bull crap on this Facebook feed. Yes, we're going to have fun. But yo, we got kids watching us and our example. Jimmy, he said something the other day, and I played it the other day. Lewis Hamilton, because he got this big rival with Max Verstappen. And he for Red Bull, and Red Bull going against Mercedes. And people always talking about Max always talking stuff. Lewis, why don't you talk back stuff to him? You know what Max said? Lewis said, man, I'm 36 years old. That kid, 25 years old, I got to be an example to him. I can get and start talking crazy to him if I want to. Yo, we got an awesome responsibility, Chris. And I love your passion about this. And you telling, because it's a young lady on here. I got her message. She said, Jimmy, she said, as a parent, Tamisha Pruitt, Ray, she says, as a parent, I have been researching how the recruitment process works. It's truly overwhelming, but I have been trying to do my part to help my son the best way I can. Thank y'all for this information. I didn't forget about you, Tamisha. I had to set this up and understand how valuable this show is. And one of the reasons I like Lewis Hamilton so much, because he using his platform to better our kids. And that's the same thing we use in this platform. What, Chris? To better our kids. So, Chris, you can comment on Miss.
I was just going to say, I hijacked Jimmy's saying, and I actually use it a lot now when I speak to people. And even the way Jimmy set it up is good. There is no wrong answer. But would you rather have $1 million or 1 million friends? There is no wrong answer, okay? There's no wrong answer. But to me, at the end of the day, I'd rather have 1 million friends. I've made millions of dollars in my life. Mm-hmm. I like to try to have 1 million friends because I think I can make more than millions of dollars. And people don't understand, because through those meeting those millions of people, Do you know how many things that have happened in my life just because of the people that I've met? Because the money is connected to the people. People don't realize that. The money that I made is connected to the people. You know what I'm saying?
Chris.
Because I knew that dude, I got this job that allowed me to what, Jimmy? Make more money because of the people.
Can I make it personal? Can I make it personal, Chris? And I want you to piggyback. Can I make it personal?
Yes.
Chris Walker had the Chris Walker show. Then he started the Chop Shop. But his friend that he mentored got a job at Cal and said, Chris, I need you. His friend, the guy that Chris put down, and Chris mentored this guy, he got the job at University of California, Berkeley. He said, Chris, I need you. I'm sitting, we at one of them Mexican restaurants. Chris said, man, I got to leave, man. I need y'all to carry this torch of the Chop Shop. Because I'm gone. I asked him how much money they paying him. He told me. I said, man, get the hell out of here right now.
No. Tell the story the right way. First of all, Jimmy say, I ain't doing nothing.
What I said?
What is you talking about, man?
What I said?
You talking about that Friday?
You was about that last day.
Jimmy, the last day over there, Jimmy. And we not going to the last day over there. Jimmy said, I don't know, but I ain't going to be over here. On Monday, I'm going to be some damn way else. We ain't going to be at this motherfucker. Chris.
But y'all didn't understand the timing of that. I waited till they was doing the countdown to the show. They say 1 minute. Then they said 30 seconds. Then they said 15. Then they said 10. That's when I waited till about 15 seconds. Y'all know that I gave it to y'all, then put my headphones on. It was time to go on the air. So you guys didn't have time to even respond. I was like, yo, I don't know what the hell y'all doing, but Monday, I'm not gonna be here. I'm going over there. And then
boy, that was and you know what? Hey, and Jimmy, we ain't gonna talk about how rotten he is, but we still love him. That dude right there is rotten to the core.
No, but I love him. Look here. I'm about to go have a staff meeting right now. Staff meeting. Y'all go on and wait. Let me go talk to them. Let me talk to the owners. I'm going to go in the office right now. We're going to talk to the owner. We go down the street to another Mexican restaurant.
Jimmy. Jimmy, we sit in the office. We sit in the
first we was in the lobby.
Lobby first, right?
Hold on. Why are we talking about this, man?
We ain't said no.
No.
Say, I done went through. So then that's why we wait in the lobby. Then we all get Chris. No. Did he come out? No, we had to leave.
No, Jimmy, he left us out there like we was out.
Yeah,
Jimmy, he left us out there, Jimmy.
No.
Hey, you know what? And then because I got one of them big grand goals, with the grand Monnier on top of that reader, and I got the grand goal, and I had the grand goal, and I'm going through that thing. And hold on, and what his favorite was? Adam. You remember what his favorite was? The Matador nachos on Happy Hour.
Oh my God, he's sickening. He's sickening.
He loved the Matador nachos.
Hold up, you telling them where we are when we say that? That's Papacitos.
We ain't there now.
We ain't there right now.
What?
We're not there right now. But Chris, what I was Chris, we were just talking about the value of people. Chris, 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 we can't get mad at Chris now, because guess what? He made a way for us to be in that other situation also too, Jimmy. Jimmy, he just opened up the door. We had to go in and get it ourselves.
I definitely had to go get it.
Yeah, we had.
Because I was like Justin Timberlake, gone. I was like,
say they call us the ugly
duckling. I'm gone.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen. They said this is what the people said when we first came to Amazing 102. They said it was an analogy that Chris just left an ugly baby on the porch. Didn't nobody want this ugly baby and just set it on the porch, and this baby that blossomed into a beautiful thing. Yeah,
the number one show on that whole program.
Yeah,
I saw the numbers, so don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
we was greater than, I think Yolanda Adams was there at first. Cheryl Underwood, they did a syndicated show with her. We out-listened all of those shows on the Chop Shop.
Yeah,
and we were there.
It was great.
And that was good. So,
Jim, I got your Astros colors down there. You see, I got your Astros colors
I don't
down
know,
there.
now
See,
you
I
hate
thought
me,
about
man.
y'all way ahead of time.
Hold up, because Jimmy wearing the Braves colors right now. Just so you know.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
an
Braves
Astro.
colors.
I'm an Astro dude.
We're gonna see how that worked this evening. Yeah, we're gonna see how it worked this evening. But
So
anyway, we was talking, Chris. This conversation.
Come
You
on.
mentioned something, and it was a lot. I mean, and it's the thing because I told everybody I was gonna get into this conversation today, and what time? Oh man! Damn,
Come on, man. Come on, man. We come
already.
on. I just missed
So
my tea
I got-
time. I missed my tea time, but come on.
I got 30 minutes overtime max.
Okay.
Max.
Let's go.
You mentioned TSU a while ago, and a lot of times people don't understand how good some of the players are at some of these schools. And I'm looking at the roster for Texas Southern University right now. There are a few players from Greater Houston that are on this roster, right, at TSU. Few players that were first team all district, just like some of your sons are, right, maybe in high school right now. They were first team all region, some of these guys. Some of these guys were all state when they left high school at Texas Southern University. Now, I'm going to call out some names that you guys may remember that are playing at TSU. A couple of those players, Chris Walker, you had fingerprints on, if I'm not mistaken. One would be Jordan Gilliam. Jordan Gilliam.
Chris Walker.
He went to the Chris Walker Academy. Went to UC Riverside, right?
But David Patrick.
So, with David Patrick was the head coach there, right? So now that's one. Let me name another one. Bryson Etienne.
Oh, he played for me too. T-Mac, not T-Mac All-Stars. Texas Boys Athletic Club. That's right.
Bryson. So okay, give me an evaluation of Bryson Etienne. What you know? He's a senior now, but just last time you saw him play basketball.
You know what's funny, and you know his dad is my man to this day. It's one of those situations where B played for me. You know, you play on those loaded AAU teams, and sometimes it teaches me stuff too. Like Chris, you got too many dudes. You got too many guys. You know, even if you can help them all, the parents don't see it that way. See, when you got a loaded team, because I only wanted to coach the best players, people got to think about it this way, right? Some guys be like, oh, I want to get a bunch of guys together and have a team because my son played, or I want to do something for the neighborhood. You got those guys. Then you got the guys in the middle who taste a little bit of like, man, I just want to coach, you know, good players and be a skilled dude and teach guys. And then you got dudes like me who are sharks. Be like, listen, I'm only interested in coaching the dudes. That's all I'm interested in coaching because I don't deal with college coaches because I got an agenda because I'm trying to go back to college or I want to put kids in college. Them the only dudes I'm interested in coaching. I'm not interested in coaching little Johnny over there that can't shoot and can't do that. I'm not trying to make players. I should like this here. I'm trying to get dudes to college. I'm not trying to build guys' skill sets and all that. It's different. You only got so many hours in a day. And so sometimes you got to choose a lane. That's my lane. That was my lane. So when you have a bunch of dudes on a team that can play, sometimes the parents, and in this case, Bryce's parents thought I wasn't doing enough for him, right? But at the end of the day, it comes down to I have to make a decision like, okay, either you're going to take my advice or not. 6'2" guard, this, that. I'm not going to chop up B and nothing like that because this ain't what that's about. What it's about is they made a decision to go a different direction, and he ended up in JUCO. Still a great player, playing for Rodney Courtney, right, Jimmy? Think he played for Rodney Courtney?
Yeah, I liked him.
Ended up in JUCO, and then he ended
Bush
up
High
in
School.
Bush ended up at TSU. Which I'm telling people, ended up at TSU is no disrespect.
No, sir.
People got to understand that. That's what we got to get rid of. TSU is a bona fide team that plays in the NCAA tournament every year. You guys are looking at all these other schools because they're away from here like they good. LIUs, Loyola Maryland's. TSU is better than those schools. You got to understand that. It's hard to play at TSU, man. You got grown men that are transfers, right? That are coming for. Jordan Gilliam played at Utah, Salt Lake Community College, which is one of the best junior colleges in the country. Then he played at Riverside, where he started, and now I think he was a walk-on, and now all of a sudden he's scholarship. So a freshman gonna beat out Jordan Gilliam? No, it's not gonna happen. I don't care how good you think you are. That's what people don't understand.
That's the point. That's the point that I'm getting to. And you know what? And here's the thing. Once again, How many of these kids do you think actually know the route for which a lot of these young men took before to end up unscripted at TSU? Texas Southern, for most of these, that wasn't the plan. These guys thought they was going
right. Ask the dudes how some of them guys got to the league. They don't know they don't know their route. So they damn sure don't know the college kids' routes. Half these dudes don't even know how any of them dudes got to the NBA. If you ask them a random dude's name that didn't play at Duke, Carolina, Kentucky, be like, yo, man, how did Devontae, who the kid played for the point guard that was with the girl that's with Deshaun Watson? How did Devontae, get to the NBA? How many of them know what college he went to? Devontae, I asked him, how many of them know how that dude got to the league? They wouldn't know. These kids wouldn't know. Ask them about Amani. Like kids in Houston, no, he wouldn't. He played at UNLV.
Yep.
He played at UNLV. So some kids may know Amani Brooks. Area, Jim. But ask a kid from Baltimore how Amani Brooks got in the league. They wouldn't know. They don't watch basketball, Jimmy. How many kids got NBA
So
TV?
that means the influence. So that's what I'm saying. So that means for everyone that don't know, think about it. In Houston, we're gonna keep this thing domestic right now. Yeah. Texas Southern is like, understand when it comes to basketball, kids, a lot of the people of influence has to be influencing these kids into a direction to not respect what the makeup of a Prairie View and a TSU basketball program, or the talent base that is. You're not going to touch the court at one of those schools as a freshman. You're not likely to, because the kid, you just mentioned 3 kids. You mentioned Jordan Gillum, he's a senior. So that means he's about 22/23 years old. You mentioned Bryson Etienne. He's a senior in college, I'm talking about. So that means he's 22/23 years old, right? Then you have a kid named AJ Lawson, who was all state out of high school.
Wait a minute. No, not the one from Brian.
AJ Lawson is at Texas Southern University right now. So you think your baby gonna go?
Jimmy, at one time, didn't you have AJ Lawson number 1?
Yeah, because somebody got mad at you.
In the 9th grade, I think my last year doing the rankings, he was the number 1 over De'Aaron Fox. In the 9th grade. I mean, they coming out of 8th grade. You just throwing paint on the wall. And the thing is, AJ Lawson came to Rucker on Wood that year. De'Aaron Fox didn't. And I don't understand. Didn't see the 8th grade. I saw De'Aaron Fox once or twice, but I saw AJ Lawson and I rewarded him for being that he showed up and showed out. Now in defense of De'Aaron Fox, he came the next year and the year after that over at Fallbrook Church, balled out. But back to what you were saying, Chris.
Well, let me make the point real quick. First of all, Troy's right, but DeJounte did go to Washington.
He went to Washington. You're right. Yeah. He's from Seattle.
I was thinking about another kid. Number 2, Seattle got a lot of dudes in the league, boy. I'm gonna think about this other point. I'm gonna tell you another kid, Jimmy. Remember, what's Greg Lee? Remember him? He another kid that was.
Wait a minute, the one that went to the West Side.
Greg Lee. He's starting at Penn State right now. So
he's about 25. He's about 30 years old, ain't he?
But that's college basketball. It's the new mission, like the Mormons. Everybody mad at the Mormons. Everybody got 25-year-olds now.
Yeah.
It's the new thing.
Yeah, the Mormons. Yeah.
You're not walking in and just playing over dudes unless you a dude. You gonna ride that. You know what? I'm not going to chop him up. I'm not trying to chop nobody up because I know people get sensitive. One of my kids that play for me hit me. Oh, man, did you see this? Such and such got a Nike basketball contract. You know who I'm talking about, right? Play for the New York Knicks.
Lies that people believe.
Hold up, Jimmy. I want Jimmy to explain this, and maybe you can too. You know the kid played for U of H. I ain't gonna say his name, so I don't want to get chopped up because I want to get some Knicks tickets because he played since the seasons.
No.
I don't even think he checked in the game yet.
Yeah, he touched.
Played 2 minutes. Played 13.
Yeah, he got a bucket. He got a bucket. He got a bucket.
He checked in the game.
He got a bucket. He got a bucket.
I don't know about the bucket. I know he played 2 minutes.
He's made a bucket. I'm telling you.
Okay, I got you. But on Twitter, guess what happened? What? Oh my God, such and such signs a Nike basketball deal. I'm like, come on, man. Stop.
Right.
Stop that, man. Stop that. You're misleading the witness.
Right.
It's probably a merch deal.
Right.
Because if you getting a real deal, you ain't the last dude on the
no,
come on. Guys, we gotta stop this nonsense, man.
We have.
Well, that's the misleading. I understand. So technically, even if you get a merch deal, you have to still sign an agreement and you sign in paperwork with them. In some cases. But I'm saying that's the misleading factor. So when the way that the person puts it out there, as though that he got the bag. Now my thing is this same young man was an Adidas baby all the way through. He couldn't have got a merch deal with Adidas. Merch deal meaning they giving you some product to wear. Merch deal. That's the case. I've had a Nike merch deal for damn near 2 decades. I just don't exercise in these recent years.
I have merch deals better than professional players.
I'm not coming. Yeah. I'm not gonna comment.
Hatter got a merch deal. That's
Chris Walker had Nike. Chris Walker had Under Armour shimmies. He had Under Armour shirts buying his windows off in the car.
I had Under Armour everything. But listen though, Jimmy, my thing is again, it's not even trying to chop anybody up. I'm just saying that people just don't understand. You should want the truth. You should want to know how this really works. If you want to know about, such and such put his name in the draft, you should want to know what Hatter has to say because he's had tons of people. Mm-hmm. Getting back to relationships, you can say whatever you want. There's competitors out there in Houston that's trying to do what Jimmy does. But if you're smart and you have a kid that you think is a Division I player, it is in your best interest to befriend Jimmy Hicks. That's all. You can do whatever you want with that information, okay? Do whatever you want with it. It's in your best interest to befriend Jimmy Hicks, Jeffrey Day, and Big Doug when he ain't at the Marriott. It's in your best interest. I'm telling you, it's in your best interest. I'm just telling you, it's in your best interest.
Well, once again, when the next person come along, Chris, and say, "Man, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to call him. I can get you here. I can get you there. That guy, you ain't got to go and do this. You ain't got to go." But at the same time, your sale is and part of your why. A lot of you guys out there. That's why I tell people you got to start. We got to get smarter at this.
Jimmy,
if the sale and the lure is exposure, so you're going to play with this team or you're going to play at this event for exposure. Okay, what do you mean by exposure? Well, man, people gonna get to see us play. It's gonna be a couple of scouts there that cover that. Okay, so what are you trying to get out of it? Are you trying to get what? So then on the flyer they will say, well, national scouts are going to be there, and I tell you guys all the time, this is the perfect time to ask somebody if they got the capacity to advertise to you that national scouts will be there. Then ask them to give you the names of the national scouts that's going to be there. Mm-hmm. If they're going to say all the top teams going to be there, well, give you the names of some teams that are committed right now. That's going to be playing.
Jimmy, let me cut you off. Jimmy Hicks can do in one phone call what you can't do playing 5 games. Let me say that again. What you think you can do playing 5 games in a gym with college coaches that may not see you, Jimmy can do in a phone call. Hey, I'm gonna tell you how it goes. Cheat sheet, what's up, Jimmy? Hey, Jimmy, I'm coming to Houston. We need to find a guard. Everybody understand what I'm saying? We need a guard. Jimmy, who do you think we should look at? How do you hear what I just said?
That's what they do.
So now, do you understand? If I call him, second of all, I'm paying him. Okay, Jimmy. I pay you, Doug, and Jeffrey Day to tell me so I don't waste time and don't go see those scrubs because I only got 1 day because we got practice and we got games. And coach only let me get out once a week. And we only got so much money, so I can't waste a trip. Who should I go see? So who do you think I'm going to see when I come to town? Whoever he tells me.
You know, man.
I don't
You know
understand
what?
that.
I'm gonna share a true story. This is something that just happened last night, and it happens often. I just don't share you guys to you that often. True story. You guys know, working on the magazine, trying to meet deadline this weekend. We go to print on Monday. My birthday is on next Wednesday, so I'm trying to get everything. That way I normally have an extra reason to do my little annual dance. But back in all seriousness, so last night I get a call from a college coach at a Power 5 school, right? He's from off the East Coast. So he's in town, and you know, a lot of coaches call, and they, you know, whenever they free in town. So I say, well, when you leave, I always ask him when you fly out. So he flies out today, but he don't fly out today until like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock or whatever. Say, okay, well, who are you going to see? Who did you see today? He told me who he saw it yesterday. Well, who are you going to see tomorrow? At the time, he had one kid to go see, which is today. That time to see that kid, you know what time it was? They supposed to see a kid today?
3 o'clock.
Today is the first day. Today is the first day of regular season practices for the UIL teams, by the way, in Texas. This is the first legal day of practice. So he couldn't see this kid till about 2:30. They got practice. So he got a free day in the morning. He's staying over by the Galleria. So I say, well, man, you know what? I ain't saw some coaches, you know what I'm feeling. I'd say, well, me and Sandra, we're going to come over there and see you and get a salad with you or whatever and watch the Astros. So then Sandra has way more to do than I had on my plate. I got to stopping point. She said, you know what, just go it on. I'm going to stay home. So I go to the Galleria, see fellowship with the coach. This is true story. This is something that happens all the time. He tells me he's going to Booker T. Washington High School for 2:30 today. He's staying at the Galleria, right, at his hotel. His plane leaves at about 6:30. So I say, well, I bring with me the cheat sheet book. So I take this booklet with me. I emailed him a copy. He had a copy, but he didn't have one with him. Them coaches college coaches don't walk around with paperwork. Right? So what I did, I had the booklet with me, and guess what I do? I open up to this section of the cheat sheet book, which has, as you guys can see, it has all of the times. This is about 5 pages of the gym times at various schools. So if you're going to go at Booker T. Washington at 2:30, and the primary kid you're going to see is from the class of 2023. That means, and the kid you went and saw, yesterday you saw was a 2023. Let's look and see what other 2023s that are in the vicinity of Booker T. Washington that's not going to waste your time.
Correct.
I don't waste college coaches' time. That ain't what I do. Now, so I know what I thought of 2023s. I say Bel Air.
Yes.
So I was going to say Bel Air, the Heights.
Bel Air's on 610, not far from the Galleria. Episcopal got a 2024. But first I text Coach Glover at Bel Air. I saw the times, but remember now, these are the high school athletic gym periods. Today is the first day of practice. So some schools, they might do something different in their high school gym athletic period than they might do at practice. And some schools substitute their gym time as a practice time. So I wanted to go with Glover. Glover, what time are y'all, to verify, what time are you guys going tomorrow? Coach Glover texts me back. We're going at 3:30 to 6. I say, really? I said, Coach Bel Air going 3:30 to 6. He said, it's perfect. That means I got a kinfolk that live in Houston, and I'll get my kinfolk to come ride with me in the rental car. That way I don't have to turn the rental car in. I go to the airport, and I get to go to Bel Air and see this kid. He said, man, I've been wanting to see him. This is what the coach tell me last. Man, I've been wanting to see him. I didn't think I can get to him. So I just saved this coach another plane ticket, another plane trip. I've saved him valuable time to get him to see Bel Air. And so then I say, well, coach, so now you got 2:30 set, you got 3:30 till you get ready to leave and go catch your plane. Maybe 3:30, maybe 3:45 to maybe 4:45. Then you get on to the airport. So guess what he said then? He said, so what about in the morning? Thought about it. I'm looking around. I'm thinking now you got your 2023s covered. Say, so now, coach, you playing with house money. You might well go see a couple of 2024s or 2025s. That's 9th or 10th graders, just to water the grass and just to see you know what not. So I think about 2024. I think about Jalen Lowe, but that's Thurgood Marshall. And he look at the time that they have gym. He wouldn't have time to get to the airport because this airport is not Hobby. If it was been Hobby, he would Thurgood Marshall. I told him, I say, Ronnie Courtney is the coach. He said, man, Courtney's coaching now. I didn't know that. Small world, guys, how this stuff works. So guess what I did? I said, well, Episcopal. I text Coach Wayne Jones because that's Episcopal, different type of education over there. You don't know what time they're gonna have practice first day. Wayne Jones, guess what time they went? 6:15 to 7:30 this morning. I say, Coach, do you work out in the morning? Coach say, yeah, I work out every morning. I get on that treadmill. I said, well, Coach, your workout, you can go to Episcopal, which is 2 miles away, maybe a mile and a half from the gallery where we are right now. Go to Episcopal, be there at about 6:20, 6:30, and you'll get to see Jaquil. You get to see Christian Begg's son, Justin Beggs. You get to see the other young fella, the assistant coach's son. What his name from the Rights War? Lil Holt. He's a 2025. I say, but you get to see, but more so, you get to shake the hands and water some grass. Christian Beggs with the Houston Hoops, so you get to see him and talk. Maybe him or maybe he be there, maybe not. You get to see Lamar Holt. Lamar Holt been around a long time, and you get to see Wayne Jones, who's going to always have talent in coming through those doors. So my point is this: this is what Chris Walker said. This is the capability that I have. But and I tell you guys all the time, if your input ain't equivalent to my output, then why would you expect for my fire to keep you warm? If you're not putting logs in the fire, meaning that you're not keeping me posted, you're not saying, hey man, how you doing? That don't mean I don't need gifts from you guys. Think about it. I'm the damn one offering to buy you guys the drinks when we get to 1,000 viewers on YouTube. I'm not asking you guys to buy me the drink when we get there. I'm offering to spread for you guys. So know what happens when those coaches, when you do that, when those coaches, that's sharing the love. You have them. My point is, you have no earthly idea. Those mammies and those pappies of those kids have no earthly idea that I just sent that coach over to their school today and this morning.
But you know what they don't understand? But this is what they don't understand, Jimmy. So and that was exactly how it happens, right? So all those people, they have no idea that you're sending the coach over. So even though they're going to see the coach, the kid that he thinks he's going to see, he still see everybody else's kid too. So Jimmy ain't doing it for your kid. He doing it for the city. I'm going to say it again. He ain't doing it for no one particular kid. He do it for the city. But guess what? Sometimes it don't fit. The dude couldn't get the Thurgood Marshall. People, you know what people don't understand, Hatter? They don't understand how big damn Houston is. You don't understand. Sometimes geography just cancels some of y'all out. It's just what it is. If he got to go see somebody at Katy, he can't get to Pearland. I'm sorry. It is what it is. And that coach gone. So guess what that coach need? Right? He need a dude to be like, where should I go? Everybody know the best players, guys. People got to understand this. The really good players, I want to make another point, and how you can piggyback too, on people think they don't need certain things. Even the good players, they don't understand. You want to get in the NBA players camp, you got to go through Jimmy Hicks. It don't matter how good you are. You want to be in the McDonald's game, somebody talking to Jimmy. You want something, you want to be in Nike Summit, somebody talking to Jimmy. You still don't escape it, right or wrong, Jimmy. Even if you're a good player, you still don't escape it.
keep listening to crazy foolishness, and you keep getting duped. And that's what make that. You know what? Could that be the reason how that people gets mad? It's like if somebody tell you, you know what, you ain't got to listen to him. Come over here, just going over here, and then it don't work out the way that you thought it was. And could that be the reason why a lot of people get pissed off? Because then they realize that as a result, your kid, and you think about it, your kid didn't drop in rankings. The kids that was up under your kid who showed up and supported the events got rewarded. So you thinking that, well, he dropped my kid. No, those guys got rewarded for coming out. Even if it's going up one spot, they got rewarded. So guess what? If 5 come up and you don't show up and they got rewarded, then guess what? If you think you got dropped, no, I wouldn't waste. No, people don't waste sleep thinking I got to drop his kid. No, but I tell you what I do. I waste some sleep thinking about how can I show this kid some love and his parents some love for coming out and paying their money at the door, not complaining at all. At every damn event you do, you got to find a spot for those kids.
Guys,
if you're the sacrificial lamb, then that's what it is. How it is.
Ty go to the relationship. I tell every time, Ty go to the relationship, right? Hatter, how many times? Hatter said something to me the other day. And again, it's people thinking they know and don't get it. And Hatter, maybe you can explain this. I said, man, they got this NIL thing going on. Hatter probably don't, you know what I'm saying? I said, man, you think about it. Some of these people like Clutch and CAA, Wasserman, Excel, whatever you want to call them, they giving these dudes money, acting like it's NIL and the marketing deals. And Hatter, what did you say to me? Well, okay, but the IRS, so how they gonna get their money back? Tell them what you said.
No, I just explained. But when you start talking in the millions, when you start talking in the 500,000s and stuff like that, and people think it's easy, dude, people who got legitimate companies, I'm not talking about the hustler and Lil Pookie now. When they give you something,
Big Pookie.
Yeah, Lil Pookie. Okay, Big Pookie. When they give you money like that, it's got a tax to it. It's gonna be a Uncle Sam. It's got the. I mean, everybody talking about they hide money. Yeah, you can hide it. You can. What you call it now? This crypto, Chris. What I'm learning about this crypto, the government is not regulating it. Now it might be
risk.
It's a risk. But I'm sitting there saying it's man. He gave him a million. Dude. It's got this money has to come from somewhere. It's gonna have to be taxed by the guy who pay it to you, and then it's a capital gain to you. So you got to explain this capital money gained. You got some kind of way. It's got to be. So it's so unique, man. And I be laughing about it, man.
Well, the guys at overtime got to pay taxes too, them kids?
Of course they got to pay tax. Hell yeah. Anytime you expect you're an employee, they give you it's money. The government got to get theirs first. Matter of fact, the government gonna get theirs first. Let me repeat that. Unless you're in a situation where you have to wait around and then you play around with your money. You say I can invest my money, and then the government like those some of them people do. But the government get their. I mean, of course they got to pay taxes, Jimmy. It's capital. It's a job. That's a job. The overtime is a job, Chris.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think they put those contracts in the parents' names or the kids' names?
It got to be in the kids' name.
Yeah, that's the name. It's right. They have to go to the kids.
It's got to go to kids. The kids can make money. They over 16 year olds can make money. Yeah. That's not against the labor law. Now 14 and 15, then you might have a problem. But 15, 16 years old, shit, you when you work at McDonald's, your mama wasn't on there. When you worked at your mama name wasn't on that. That's your money.
So I guess the origin of this conversation was people, and you mentioned how when you gave your speech before about people thinking they don't need people. Like you need people. You said God uses people, right? When we use money. And I made the comment, and Jimmy gave his deal about saying like people don't understand, like they don't understand how recruiting works, that let's say I'm in New York right now, I got a day to spend in you know what? Case in point, Jimmy and I talking about XSM doing work with his company, right? Mm-hmm. Right for the season open. I'm gonna act like I'm a coach, right? I got a studio event on the 12th of November, and the season opener is on the 13th. I say to myself, damn, okay, I look at my schedule. Okay, I got that day. And then the next day I'm jumping on a flight to go to Houston to the season opener to see that day. You guys, this is how college coaches operate. Damn, Jimmy got that thing over there, but it's some other I want to see. I got to go to the season opener. So guess what? That means I either got to come back, I'm going to miss some other games at the season opener, but it's Saturday. See, people don't understand the dilemmas that coaches are under. It's not cheap to fly to Houston. You know where it's cheap to fly to? Dallas. It ain't cheap to fly to Houston. Am I lying, Jimmy?
Somebody
because
told me
Dallas,
that.
just trying to tell y'all,
Somebody
it's cheaper to fly to Houston. When they commit to come to Houston, you got to put 2 days in Houston, man. When you come in for 1 day, if you don't have Jimmy Hicks, you're like a chicken with your head cut off. You wasted your plane ticket. So somebody got to tell you only going to get to do one school. Think about it. When you come to town, if you don't get that, if you fly that a day of, the morning is finished. Right or wrong, Jimmy? The morning finished, right? Mm-hmm. By the time you get your rental car, by the time you get that goddamn midday traffic and all them freeways they got cut off, depending on where you got to go. I'm telling y'all some real stuff here.
Right. Absolutely.
You got to go to Katy from Hobby. It's a wrap. That's all you doing that day.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy, am I telling the truth? If you got to fly to Hobby and drive to Katy or Cypress, that's all you doing that day.
Can I add something? A unique question by Karima Williams. Miss Williams, Mr. Williams, I don't know who you are. She said, maybe I'm late to the party, but I don't understand why people haven't seen the value that Hicks brings to this world of basketball. What am I missing? Well, what happens, Miss Williams? I don't know Williams. We got people out here, no matter what Jimmy has done for this community, it got people. I mean, people just saying to the contrast. He's been in the game too long. He don't know what he talking about. He ain't played basketball. He ain't. So you gotta always. If it's always a opposing factor. If it's hot, it's cold. If it's up, it's down. You're going to always in life have opposing factors. They call it something, Chris. I can't think of the term for it. But it's always, you got another side, Miss Williams. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm calling the right name as a Mrs. You got another sector that's saying, I do it better than Jimmy. I don't do, I do this. I mean, they saying it. They ain't proving it. They just, it's a miss. Okay. They saying it. But so some of these people have the ear. This is a big city. It's a big city. And I tell people, and we try to explain to people, when you know a man, you got to look at his history. And I know that goes over a lot of people's head. Not his story. Not the story he gonna tell you, but history, what his ass has actually done. So you're gonna always have people, whatever you do in life, they talking about, going back to him again, Lewis Hamilton is a 7-time world champion. Chris, 7-time NBA champ, 7-time NFL champ. You're calling them guys the GOATs and stuff, right? This is the GOAT of racing, Formula One. A black man that they did not want in this sport. Because he's the only one, and we haven't had one behind him. He trying to straighten that business up. They talking negative about him. Well, Karima, they talked about Jesus. They strung him up. They had a choice, the people. Should we let the thief and the robber go, Barabbas and the other guy? Yeah, let them go. Keep that one who ain't never did nothing. Keep him hanging. So, Karima, that's human nature. And just thank God someone told you about this show. So let me tell you something. Before that man right there, Chris Walker, developed and put this show out here, we had no way of reaching people like this. face to face like this. So be thanking Chris Walker too, because we didn't have a way to sit here and talk about this. But we on a show that people watch. I mean, you got people that'll call, you can come in, Chris, out there. We got people that, oh, that's just the internet show. They tweet about us. That's just y'all listen.
Every show is an internet show.
Every show is a stream show. Thank you,
Sirius XM is internet.
Thank
Podcast for internet. Everything is streaming now.
Thank
this is
you.
the future.
Yes, thank
Why
you.
you think we're not doing the radio no more? Don't nobody listen to terrestrial radio no more. People listen to podcasts when they drive in. And I'm going to say this. If people got to understand that they know the Bible, whether you care about the Bible or not, it was the poor people, or not the poor people, but the laymen who said string him up. It was the Sanhedrin Council.
Yes.
The people that were in power
Yes.
that orchestrated everything.
Yes.
It's them trainers, them coaches, and them other dudes, the one organizing the people that don't know, saying, don't mess with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people that got a little influence are influencing people to pick a thief over a healer. Come on, guys. I ain't even trying to be biblical. I'm just saying, people think like it's the blind leading the blind. Them dudes ain't blind. Them dudes know where to walk. They just don't want you to go that way.
Jimmy said something one time, and that's why I have to be careful. And he's so defensive about it. And I can talk to him, and all of us, we can talk about it, because I had to watch what I said. I didn't know he was getting these many bullets. So he said, but Robert, when people would try to devalue, and I would never try to devalue. No, man, y'all don't understand how I feel about my people. If you look like me, I am never gonna, it might sound that way because the way I got a forceful tone, but I'm always valuing trying to make, because I know we are undervalued. We are marginalized. So I would never intentionally what they said, charge it to my head, but not my heart. So people, Miss Williams, you just hadn't got into it yet. It's some factions, there's some people out here that will just, because they're not friends, their relationship with Jimmy is not close, they would tend to say, okay, let's do it my way. And just instead of saying this, I got away, Jimmy got away. They want to down Jimmy's way, or down Chris's way, or down my way. I know it's working. They would have been doing this shit for 30 years. It works for me. I told y'all, I learned how to pivot. You think I'm going to be running after these nappy-head kids and got these handlers who don't know what the hell they talking about, running their mouth, talking about I'm doing this, and then they're tweeting and all. Can't do it. Can't do it. Put myself in a position. I put myself in a position where I don't have to do it. David Falk, I'm telling you, I'm seeing him at a country club in Orlando. He passed by me and said, Robert, I know you. He said, man, I'm semi-retired. Man, I'm not running around this country chasing one of these athletes around again. If they don't know what I did, then that's on their ass. If you don't know what Jimmy is done, that's on y'all. If y'all ain't watching this, that's why we tell y'all to share the show. So you can know. You can know what the guys on this show done. How many people do y'all know that had 3 clients? Chris, and you helped me with this, had 3 clients. I didn't realize what I was doing at the Hall of Fame. How many people you know that's got a radio show that's talking to y'all like I am right now? And I didn't even realize when I went up there that David Baker said, look, hey, Mr. Hatter, it ain't but 358 of these guys, 56 of these guys up on this wall. And you represented 3 of them. How you feel about that? I didn't realize until I walked out there. But guess what? People will have something to say about that with their smart ass. But they ain't never been in the green room. They ain't never been to they ain't never been to Formula One. I'm trying to teach them how they can go to Formula One. So you're going to always have people in your life, especially if you're doing something well, that's going to always try to have something smart to say. Even people have the nerve to come on here and say something crazy to us. And we provide a service every day to y'all, but they want to get on this damn feed. And that's why I check their ass. Quit being so damn respectful, because I'm not going to come to your job. I'm not going to come to your house and do you like that. Disrespectful ass adults. That's why we got disrespectful ass kids at home. Now, and I hope that said ouch to somebody. So you go say ouch if it touch you. What's up, Chris? Chris, what you got? Because we got to get out of here.
Wow, man, that's good stuff.
Indeed,
hey, man.
man.
The question is Deshaun Watson gonna get traded? That's the question.
No.
He gone.
Man, I want to touch on that.
Go on, talk on it. He gone. He gone.
The latest that I picked up was right after we got on the air was that somebody has leaked out that Miami and Texans have agreed in principle to a deal for Miami to take Deshaun Watson. However, there's a caveat, there's a catch to the deal. The deal is if and when Deshaun must clear and resolve all of his legal issues. When is the deadline, Heather?
November the 1st. Right? Couple
that ain't happening for.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen for next week.
It's not.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, which is you gotta realize there are a lot of fans out there that are just that gullible to just take that and run with it. Like, man, it's coming. There's no way to resolve. Well, it is. He can cut 22 checks today if he want to, and get it out the way. But Deshaun Watson is not. In order to settle, he believes that's an admission of guilt if he settles. So he's not prepared. He's not in that space right now to just say, kind of like, guess what? In due time,
why should he settle? Jimmy, why should he do it? Just not play,
if he wants to play football right now, because the NFL, I'm sorry, Roger Goodell. They had a meeting on yesterday. Just yesterday, they had the annual meeting with the owners.
Yeah, and Jimmy, that was the meeting. That was the big meeting. They had meetings before this, but keep going.
Well, I'm just talking about he made a public statement about it.
Yeah.
On yesterday.
Yeah.
Just 24 hours ago.
Yes.
He says that the NFL has not, and I'm paraphrasing, the NFL has not received enough evidence for them to place Deshaun Watson on the whatever that list. What's the list called, Adam?
The exempt list. The commissioner's exempt list. Yeah.
What does that mean? Adam, what's the exempt list?
What I love about it's just that he can't play. He's sitting in the office. You know how they put you in the office. You know how they make your ass come to the office, take you out the classroom. But you still get all your money. You still get paid.
Put me on that list.
Yeah, you still get paid. Okay.
So as a result, there's not, according to the commissioner of the NFL, in just 24 hours ago, less than 24 hours ago, there has not been enough evidence that they've seen to motivate them or prompt them to place Deshaun Watson on the exempt list, which would basically mean you can't play. So that means indirectly that opens the door. That's for the Goodell to make that statement means you're saying it's okay if anybody trades for Deshaun Watson, we're not going to
stop him from playing.
Poke a hole in the tire and then put him on the exempt list once you take him. Because first of all, the Texans has to activate him, and they can't put him on the list unless the Texans activate him. So that's kind of like the cat and mouse that's been going on with the Texans, with the NFL, with the legal system, and with the suitors. So now, somebody leaked this. Let's put it like this, Chris. What does that do for the Miami if Miami was do you think Miami Dolphins is the person that leaked this? This don't benefit the Miami Dolphins.
Let me help y'all. Let me help y'all a little bit, just to give y'all some, because I know you don't know this. Them 30 owners, I'm finna tell y'all the truth. They don't care nothing about them 22 girls. I'm finna repeat that. Them 30 owners, They don't give a they worried about Sean's talent. When they talking in them meetings, they ain't mentioned now one of them 22 girls. They don't care. They trying to figure out what's the spin with our sponsors, with the Me Too movement. What's going to happen? They trying to figure out a way around this. He told y'all, I'm not opening up those damn emails. And you can't I'm not going to open up no emails.
They probably paid his ass off. Somebody probably paid his ass off.
And Jimmy,
that's why he don't want to open them up.
No, he can't open them up. Them his bosses. What the hell? You can't. He can fit that.
No, I'm talking about you about the Washington Redskins thing, right?
Yeah. I'm talking about that's that Washington Redskins. But it's going what's in those letters, Chris, is bigger than the Washington Redskins. It's going to implicate all 30 teams. Ooh, that's Lord. The thing. That it's going to. Come on. I'm sorry.
I want you to answer this and then go back to it. Okay. Could there be a reason why they not messing with Deshaun? Because this is like
it ain't Deshaun is a pawn, man. Stay away about Deshaun.
I'm talking about his situation.
No, that's what he said, Jimmy. Jimmy, I want you to read it again. This is what I got out of it. They got a process that they got that we've done as much as we could without interfering with the process that the police have. I'm going to repeat that. We did as much as we could without interfering with the regular, judicial process. What he's saying is we seeing, but we ain't seen everything yet.
But we don't want to see everything right now.
And they probably don't. So you got to remember, and I go back to this stuff, Chris, over and over and over and over and over again, man. And you got to put yourself in these owners' point of view. They don't want them emails out because it's gonna that collusion, that confidentiality thing with you're gonna find out that they were conspiring against Eric Reed.
Is John Gruden going to have a case of sue?
No, he ain't gonna have
because they got his emails out there.
Guess what? They just got leaked. John Gruden ain't the owner. Hold up. John Gruden is an employee. Chris, listen to me. John Gruden is an employee. And I keep hearing some of y'all put on there talking about they didn't say nothing about Bob Kraft in his situation. Bob Kraft, none of those girls said Bob Kraft did anything to them. That was Bob Kraft. Kraft was caught up in a sting operation that happened. Bob Kraft didn't do what these girls said that Deshaun did to them. So when we say stuff like, and then Bob Kraft, hate to say this, I know y'all don't like, he's a billionaire. Do y'all watch The Billions? Do y'all watch Succession? That's how them people live. Bobby Axelrod said, man, I can't go to jail.
You know how they live, Adam? Above the law.
Dude, it ain't but 30 of these people on the whole freaking planet. All of these players that y'all be sucking off and talking about, oh, that's my hero. He paid. Check this out. It's 53 players on the NFL team, Jimmy. I know we got to get out of here, Jimmy. Bob Kraft pay all 53 of theirs. He signs the front of the check. That's how much power he has. Hold up. Every congressman is 50 senators. He know every last one of them. Them owners know every last, ain't but 100, I'm sorry. 50, 2 in each state. It's 100 senators. They know every last one of them. So you think y'all gonna make me open my email? You take it to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is controlled by my people. They gonna say, get the hell out of here. It's too many. Because guess what? They want to protect, this was they said, they want to protect the names of the women and the damage that were done to the women inside of this investigation. Jimmy, the Supreme Court that ain't gonna even get to the Supreme Court. The Circuit Court gonna say, man, get the hell out of here with that. So Let's go Stros tonight. But I'm glad we took y'all on this thing. John wasn't no fall guy. No, he wasn't no fall guy. His ass was wrong. Huh?
You gave some real information. Everybody need to watch that show Succession, and you will understand how that world works. Lord have mercy.
Hold up, Jimmy, the man, Jimmy. Could you imagine you doing this, Jimmy? The people say the FBI downstairs. He said, tell their ass to come back and wait. The FBI coming in there to search my place. The man said, well, can they ass come back tomorrow? I'm doing something right now.
You got to see it, man. That show was crazy, man.
The FBI.
And I believe it. I believe it.
He said, hey, tell them to come back. I ain't got time for this. But, hey, it is what it is, man. Thank y'all, man. Hey, man, thank y'all for the show. Thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy, we had a couple of hiccups yesterday.
LeBron not playing tonight, but that's all right, though.
He ain't playing again?
They 0-4, man. They 0-4. They gonna beat the brakes out. They gonna let Russ get 5,000 points tonight. He not playing tonight, man.
No,
what?
I'm just asking for a friend.
For a friend. Look, Russell Westbrook is going back to the Thunder. He had 33 last night. Thunder 0-4.
Jimmy,
go get 1,000 again.
Jimmy, can I? I'm gonna introduce my Jimmy to you. He had 27 shots, y'all, Chris. The motherfucker should have.
And he made 15 of them.
Yeah.
And he made 15.
He had 27 shots.
And he made 15 of them. What else you got for me?
Shit, with a terrible ass. Oh, they play OKC.
The last 5 years triple-double. What are you talking about?
OKC.
Hey, we'll see y'all in the finals, man. We'll see y'all in the finals, man.
I like that. What's that, Jimmy?
That? I can't see it.
Over Reckenbach. Oh, he finna watch them boys tonight. Hey, man. Jimmy, I'm telling you. Jimmy, it's date night tonight.
That's how he's going to be tonight.
Jimmy.
That's how Jimmy going to be tonight with that popcorn, the way he was them peanuts when they was playing the Red Sox. Jimmy. That's how he's going to be them Braves tonight.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, man. I ain't never, y'all know I don't publicly cheer for teams, but I don't want them dudes to lose.
You don't want who to lose?
Astros tonight, pimp. I don't care what you say, Chris. You can say what you want. I don't want them.
No. What I want you to do is come through on them tickets, them Otis Nixon tickets you said you was gonna get for us. That's all.
Are you in town? Are you in town?
No, we're gonna go to Atlanta. I thought you said we can go to Atlanta and get him. He ain't got that kind of pull here in Houston. Hold on now. He ain't got that kind of juice in Houston. He ain't got that kind of. Look, I put him on that rabbit hole, Jimmy. I'm letting him go down the rabbit hole.
I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna leave him alone. Where you want to go? Get where you want to go. You want to go down there and see that ass whooping?
Hold up. He ain't got that kind of juice in H-Town now. Relax now. I'll even wait to game 6 and give him some time. I'll wait to game 6 and give him some time. Jimmy, talk to him, Jimmy.
I go Sunday. If you get Nixon to get them tickets, I'll fly down there Sunday for Sunday game.
Man, your birthday next week, man. That'd be your birthday present.
That's gonna work, man. Y'all, hey, I just need them.
Hey, what's Sonya? I just need they sorry ass to cheat tonight. I'm just telling you. Cheat. Hey, I need y'all.
Hey man,
listen. Have we got to 1,000 yet? Because I'm getting ready. For Henderson and Sonya Billingsley and Kim Jackson and all them other and Mate. I'm getting ready for all of them. Whoever wants something. We at 1,000 yet?
Hold on. Let me see where we at, Chris. Hold on.
What's her name again? Chris? What's her name?
Chris, they boys, Chris. We ain't but 921. We was at 921 yesterday. I'm pissed off right now.
Hey, listen. If you're scared, go to church. That's all I'm saying. Because when they get on that screen, I'm going to tear their ass up. I'm just telling you. I can't wait. It better not be Herb or nobody like that because it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. I'm just letting you know.
I'm going to tell you, Rod Wells going to tear your head off. Rod Wells going to tear your head off.
Let Rod bring his ass on the screen. Kevin Frankman, light skin. You lighter than Jimmy. I'm just telling you.
Hey, Kevin Frankman don't want nothing.
I'm going to call Frankman Plessy versus Ferguson. Everybody look that up. Plessy versus Ferguson.
Oh, man.
Hey, Chris, we lost that case. Chris, we lost that case. We lost that case. We lost that ruling.
Hey, I want to remind you guys that, of course, on tomorrow, and today was so good.
Yeah.
There was a couple of conversations. We couldn't get into that topic, but Chris, sharpen your pencil for tomorrow. A conversation. Told everybody was going to do it today, yesterday, because we had the difficulties. but we're going to release the numbers for the Division I players nationwide from the state of Texas. We're going to share that number with you guys. Once again, thanks to Doug Jones, he went and counted up every single roster. Every roster in Division I, Doug Jones went through every single one of them to tabulate how many total players from the state of Texas, also how many players from each city. We'll give you that count. What school has the most players from Texas? What out-of-state school has the most players from Texas?
Damn.
And it's going to be shocking for some of you.
Are y'all gonna release the emails? Are y'all gonna release? No, I'm messing with you. Are y'all gonna release the email? Because Doug doing a damn a deep study like they did.
Listen, I hope Doug used his Marriott points to do that because that's been a long time.
No, Doug is used to it. He's done it for a couple of years now. And the thing about it like this, it's like wax on, wax off. Stuff that I get Doug to do with RCS Sports and Jeffrey Day. This, besides videoing a game, like Jeffrey Day may film a game, I have not had them or asked them to do not a single task that I have not performed myself several times over. So that's the thing about it. So it's not like I'm saying, hey, man, go and
No, he's been doing that, Jimmy. He's been supplying us that what we used to talk about on Tuesday. We talk about the kid. Doug been doing that for a while.
Yeah, Doug been going on. It's been 6 years now with Doug.
Yeah,
and I'm saying, but the magazine's been going on since 2004.
Yeah,
so that means before Doug came along, who the hell you think was looking these players up?
Oh,
who the hell you think was going and doing these district previews before Doug came along? I didn't outsource that stuff back then. I wrote every single word back then. But I got to a point in my life when I can afford to not only to help other people have fingerprints in the magazine. And speaking of the magazine, guys, it's almost done. This is right here. This binder would turn into one of these. You know what I'm saying? And as you look inside, you see paperwork. Look, all this good stuff in here. Look, all this stuff.
They chopping Chris up, man.
But anyway, we'll talk about this topic once again, Chris. We'll talk about this topic on tomorrow because there's some valuable intel that you guys are going to receive in doing so that could probably help you wisen up and not believe everything that you hear. See, factuals. These numbers that we give you are factuals. And some stuff you get is opinionated. Some stuff you get is fabricated. These are facts. And that's what we're going to give you. And shout out to everybody. And, of course, all the ladies today.
Yeah, my girls are getting them. They tan Chris' head off good.
Why they coming in my neck, man? Listen, I just hope 1,000 don't fall on a Wednesday, right? I hope it don't fall on a Wednesday.
What you going to do?
Women Rock Wednesday.
What you going to do?
I'm going to put some in my cup. First, I'm going to put some in my cup, okay? Sonya, is it Sonya or is it Sonya?
It's Sonya, man.
Sonya and Maytay. I just hope. and Kym, I just hope that it don't fall on one of those days. That's all I'm saying. Because if it does, look, I want you to put all four. I want you to line them up like the principal. All right? And
line them up. Hey, Jimmy,
if you want Girls and Women Rock Wednesday,
okay,
right? Women Rock Wednesday, we'll do something like this.
Okay.
We'll give them all like 5 minutes each, and I just swipe one up and put the next one on, and get them up and put the next one on, and get them up and put the next one on. It just got to be one.
Wait a minute.
What did God say? The invitation disciples said, we just need one. Still another. Just one.
So Chris, you're going to do them like Tinder. You're going to swipe them to which way you swipe?
Swipe left. I'm swiping left. Though. I ain't never swiping right. I'm swiping left. Swipe left. Swipe left. Swipe left. Swipe left. That's the one with the nickname. Swipe left. That's
boy, hey y'all, Jimmy, how many? 79? 79? Jimmy, 87? What is it? 79?
79, yeah.
79.
I ain't looking at it. What number are we on?
We 921.
79.
79 more people? Donald Hall? That's all we need. Sonya, I know y'all been working, but Sonya got new people even on. Let me tell you something. Sonya got new people on the show.
Listen, Sonya know better. It's gonna be a slow crawl.
Her name is Sonya and Maite.
Oh, Sonya. It's
Sonya
and
right? Maite. Not no Maite. Yeah.
Sonya. No, it's not Sonya.
You heard what I just said, man.
Oh, okay, my bad. What do they call it? Matel. Oh, okay, I got it. But listen, man, here's the deal.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
No.
So you want the guys too? So we gonna do the girls on whatever the day the girls go first, then the guys. How you gonna do that, Chris?
Listen, man.
How you gonna do that?
They're gonna make Chris sweat again. Chris start sweating.
I'm gonna bring my Omega Sci-Fi paddle and I'm gonna put it. I'm just gonna bam. I'm gonna get him one. Move out the way. Next one, come on. Bam. I'm gonna give him another one. I'm gonna see if they can. I'm gonna pledge every last one of them out to the Chop Shop. That's what I'm gonna do.
Wow. Subscribe to the Chop Shop, y'all. Get your friends to subscribe.
Please don't do it. They don't listen. They ain't gonna do it.
They gonna do it. Kim Jackson gonna tear your head off. Kim Jackson gonna tear your head off.
A wise poet says, "Trigger fingers turn into Twitter fingers." They all good on it. They all good on this screen right here. They all good on that screen, and let's let them show up right there.
Hey, Chris, guess what? Hold on. Guess what?
Do me a favor, Hannah. Do me a favor. Right. Make sure the internet working that day. Please make sure the internet working.
Hold up. Hey, Chris, hold on. They gonna have their hair fixed. Hey, Jimmy, they gonna have their hair fixed and everything. Shaking their bangs on your ass, Chris. They gonna be
tear your ass
on you that day.
They gonna get
They better have them wigs tight. They better not be wearing them Tisha Campbell wigs. That's all I gotta say.
Hey man, this is a crazy show, man. Jimmy, look what we done did. We ain't been at 3 o'clock. You said we weren't gonna go to no 3 o'clock no more. That's what you get for y'all being a little busy today. But do you want some of Bobby Benjamin? He on it. You want some of Bobby Benjamin?
Listen. Whoever it's 1,000. Whoever gets to 1,000, Bobby Benjamin ass can get some too. I don't even know who he is. It don't even matter. This thing is hot. Y'all know what time it is.
Yeah, Bobby Benjamin, cool people, man. That's the youngest.
That's
man.
my dude.
What's up, BG? What's up, baby? My bad, Bobby.
Hey,
don't get your ass to 1,000. I'm with you, but don't get your ass to 1,000. Listen, this is what's gonna happen, Hannah. This is what's gonna happen.
Tell me.
We're gonna have people getting 1,000, and guess what they're gonna do?
What?
They're gonna try to auction off their spot because they're gonna be scared. I'm telling you.
No.
Yes. They're gonna auction it off.
No. Jimmy, end the show. Tell me what Jimmy, he can't talk to our people like that. Listen.
They're gonna auction the spot off. Herb gonna get the spot, gonna try to give it to Walter Yates, and Walter Yates gonna try to give it to BMW Henderson, and BMW Henderson gonna try to give it to somebody else, and that's what we're gonna deal with. And I'm gonna be left with Ken Gamble, and Ken Gamble, I'm just gonna pet him. I'm just gonna pet him. That's my boy. We Cowboy fans, we like the Lakers. That's my dude. That's all I'm saying.
Hey man, hey Demetrius, y'all make sure y'all get your friends to go over to YouTube and subscribe to the Chop Shop HTX. It's all one word. Get your people, 79 people, and Chris Walker. Chris.
Let's go Lakers.
Hey guys, it's that time. It's time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing. Astros game, of course, game 2 tonight. Hosting the Atlanta Braves, 7 p.m. is the start of the game. I think the first pitch will be about 7:08. Also, the roof will be open tonight. A very rare occurrence at Minute Maid Park, which they
nicknamed the Juice Box. Y'all need the Lord tonight? Y'all giving God a peek in? Y'all need the Lord, huh? Oh, wow.
Boom shakalaka.
Y'all need the Lord.
You know where he get that from, Chris? Hey, you know where he get that from, Jimmy? What? Dallas Cowboys, they used to say, why didn't y'all cover that little part over the Texas Stadium? He said, because God want to look down on America's favorite team.
Oh,
yes.
Hey, you know what, though? Back in the days, before we go, baseball, I guess, tidbit. Back in the days, you know, TBS was one of the stations that you got on cable. WGN was another station you got on cable. Why? You know, we had to watch that down in Houston or Texas. WGN, they showed the Chicago Cubs. Harry Carey would be announcing those games. And then TBS, they showed all the Atlanta Braves games on station TBS. Well, back then they called it WTBS. Well, you know what the motto was for the Atlanta Braves back then? What? You know what their motto was? What? They were, look them up. They were America's team. Before they applied that to the Dallas Cowboys, it was applied to the Atlanta. Go look it up. You don't want to believe me? Go look it up.
But I never considered they ass America's team. I considered, how about them Cowboys?
Let's go to Lenox Mall, and ain't nobody ever saying that again, and y'all know what I'm talking about. So
not Lenox
Mall.
Mall.
Dwight Howard will be up in that show.
Sweet Bridges will be in Lenox Mall. You can bet your
Hey, that wide receiver we saw that walk by us we was at the Final Four.
You wrong for that, man. Y'all wrong for that, man.
Come on, man. Odell ain't like that, man. Odell ain't like that, man. Don't do that to Odell, man. Odell, Sweet Bridges. Odell is Sweet Bridges.
How you know?
Man.
How you know?
I got something for you, Chris. Chris, I got something for you. Watch this.
Wow.
Hey, and make sure, guys, that we get ready to land that plane. Make sure y'all share the show on your way out the door. Don't forget, all you coaches out there, all the parents out there, if you have a relative that plays basketball, this is the perfect time to go to grindbasketball.com and order a Grind basketball shooting machine for Christmas, just in time for Christmas. That's the perfect gift. It's the world's first portable shooting machine. That's Grind, GRIND, basketball.com. Go check out that website, and you guys can get a Grind shooting machine for your kid for Christmas. And that way now you can put it in the trunk, take it anywhere. When you go to your relatives for the family reunion, for the Christmas dinners, guess what? They need to take their ass out in the back in the driveway. They can pop up their shooting machine, get some shots up instead of sitting there worrying you about when we gonna go home. You can finish playing dominoes. You can finish playing bid whist. You can finish drinking your eggnog, whatever you're gonna spike it with. Get that Grind shooting machine, grindbasketball.com. Don't forget, also tickets are still remaining for the season opener basketball showcase, November the 12th and 13th at the Campbell Center. It's going to be an awesome atmosphere to kick off the high school basketball season. I want to give a props out to Duncanville High School as well as Beaumont United High School. Both of those teams will be participating in the season opener on November the 12th and 13th. Here's the thing. Ballislife.com released their annual Fab 50. That's the rankings of the top 50 high school basketball teams in the country. I'm proud to inform you guys that Duncanville High School and Beaumont United both cracked the top 20 in the country. That's including all schools, Montverde, Oak Hill, everything, publics and privates and basketball factories alike. Duncanville is number 7 in the country. That's without Anthony Black. This imagine would have been if Anthony Black had got ruled eligible. And Beaumont United is at number 19 in the country. So both teams that means we have 2 of the top 20 teams in the United States playing the season opener. And hey man, it's gonna be a great afternoon both days. Come on out and join us. Sports.com, RCSsports.com. Get your tickets and let's have some fun. And then we'll find something to do on that Friday night and fellowship a little bit. Maybe we might have 1,000 by then. Yeah, y'all gonna wait all the way in to do it at the season opener. And guess what? We'll pop some tops on that Friday night. That's for sure. But anyway, of course, but I don't know. Scarface got his farewell concert later on that Friday night at the House of Blues. So shout out to my man Brad Jordan. And it's gonna be a special night that November the 12th at downtown after the season opener. So you guys, we can stick and move. Join the Chop Shop. We'll be there. How about you? Meanwhile, go Astros. They must win game 2 tonight. We'll see how this thing go. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Also, we'll dive into that college conversation. Don't you guys forget, share the show on your way out the door. Hey man, for Chris Walker, Rod Haller, myself, Jim Hicks, time to get back to work on this magazine. See you guys in 21 hours. Peace. Chop shop. We up out here.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop